What is up, guys? Wraec is here with another live stream, and before we really start, guys could tell me whether or not you can hear my fan, because it's kind of hot in here, so I turned on the fan. Now, last time you guys couldn't hear it, but it seems kind of loud, honestly. So maybe tell me in the chat if you hear the fan. But beyond that, Machija is here, Soul is here, Dumber is here. So that's very, very nice. I'm here for the easiest here. At the end of the stream. At the end of the stream. We do professional clickbait here. Starbit, Veleda, Lil Viper, welcome. Okay. We have a wonderful event going on. With a very nice shop. The shop is basically made for me. You hear it when I speak. That is a bit annoying. Let me fix that. So now we went with the risky strategy of opening a window. I turned off the fan. It's pretty quiet outside today, so no kids playing. Usually there are a ton of kids playing, I don't know. And that's quite loud, but today no, so maybe we have good cards and maybe we can keep it just like that, because with an open window we should be fine today. We should be fine. It's not that hot. Actually, temperatures dropped quite a bit. Recent days have been quite hot in Germany, but now temperatures are starting to drop. Well, it should be by 20 degrees or something by tomorrow, which is not hot at all. This is rather cold, to be honest. So yeah. Yeah, I will survive. Everything is good. The event they did was basically, well, nothing too special. It is Starlight Melody with the Claim All button. Thanks for that. We have the Origin Artifact Selection Chest in here on top of the Selection Chest for the Shark Cannon Shell. I will go for Origin Artifacts, of course, because I don't really get it, to be honest. Those are not on one level, in my opinion. This is better. Yeah, Mark, new channel. So we get two of those here. Some people were confused by the way this event works. The basic point limit here is 1,500. So you can get, like, if you have none of those multipliers, you can get 1,500 points. And if you have those multipliers, you can get up to 9,000. So the base is 1,500 times 6 is 9,000, meaning we get 3 of those chests. Very, very nice, actually. Strex and Lucid, welcome! And yeah, as I said, it's a new channel. Basically, we're starting to grow this one up to 1,000 subscribers. I hope we have this right after the streams, like 40 more subscribers. Should be pretty quick, but we'll see. 623k, what the hell? Not sure. Oh, Starry Gems, yeah. How are you planning to get to 1,500 points? Yeah, the thing is, you have dice and you have event items. We will just do awakenings. I'm planning to do just awakenings, basically. We're doing like 280 probably awakenings. Yeah, that's the entire plan. And you get those multipliers, by the way, from this Moonlight gift, which goes up to 20k. We have a ton of loot in here as well. Some soul symbols, I deeply appreciate that. We have another Origin Artifact Selection Chest, and the Mysterious Artifact Selection Chest includes the new artifact, so pretty nice. This Glorious Treasury looks juicy, it is. It is the 1,500 chest. You get one of those tokens here, meaning we can get 6 of those tokens. This is limited to 4, so you can only buy 4 items here. I pretty much have the plan of what we are going to buy. We're going to buy one of those. We're going to buy one of those, unlock both new abilities, and then we need those 50k Essence of Fate Star. And maybe we'll just need that again. We'll have to see. How's game now? Have they added some new game-breaking spender stuff? Yeah, basically we have a new ability thing. I can show you that. We have the time for that. Basically, for Destiny 6 Heroes, you now have this star, and that leads to an entirely new tree with new abilities that you can unlock. And we are currently here, and this goes up to 27 million fixed attack, which is quite insane. Did you say yesterday in the Discord you weren't thinking it would be worth it? I don't remember saying that. Did I say that? I don't remember saying that. How many awakenings you can do for max points? Well, to max the 1,500 points, you would need to do 300 awakenings. Yeah. Which would be like 15,000 starry gems. We don't really care about that. It's okay. What are you going to do with all of your starry gems? No idea. We have nothing nice in the auction house, I think. We can check it out. I don't think there was anything interesting. Yeah, that's not interesting. By the way, 1.6 million, kind of nice. This one maybe for 100k, but I don't care. I thought about this one, kind of like a nice Ferric Investor, but I don't see those prices. Like this is 170 maybe. 170, I could see me buying that, but not for 220. Makes no sense. And the rest, like, I have an SDE. We don't need the Queen. We don't need the TBEB. We don't need either of those. Patricia, we have a better copy. We don't have BQA, but I don't think BQA makes too much sense. I think that's overpriced. I don't think BQA is that good anymore. I'll be honest. I don't think it's that good anymore. And the rest of those we just already own, so I don't really care. And new ones, yeah, they're just 2 new S tiers, so I mean, like, I'm not going to buy an Eloise. So we're really not caring about most. What I bought though, which is quite interesting, didn't put a dent in my starry gems though. I bought this. A B+ Faith Blade with A- attack. No, you can't get more. The max points, base points that you can get, Strax, is 1,500. You can't get more than 1,500 points. No, those 1,500 points are then multiplied with those multipliers, but 1,500 is the cap. And then you get the rewards for like 6 times 1,500. And BQA is still good for PvP, but I think there are just better options. And I don't see the synergy a lot of people see with like Patricia. I mean, if you put her on a team, I mean, she does a lot. She does a lot of stuff. So I guess she's still very okay. She has one of the stronger DT skills in that sense. But like the way you kill with Patricia is not really supported by BQA in my opinion. So I think, yeah, she's still in the upper power level. I would say she's just like not S tier in PvP. If we want to make it like a tier list thing, she's more like A tier. So that's what I meant. Not like she's super bad, but S tier is like 120k and like A tier would be 60k or 70k or 80k or something like this in the auction house. And so I think that is like the difference here. So I bought that, and I also bought something we're going to build later. By the way, 6-star Mim looks kind of cool. I bought a Mim. And don't ask me why, I just went through the auction house and I wanted to make a price list. And then I saw that there were like some very cheap B+ copies. So if you search specifically for stuff like this, it gets very annoying. But if you do it like I did right now and just buy them, if they are random B+ heroes, you can actually get them for rather cheap. So it's kind of alright. How does Patricia team work in PvP? Yeah, well, Patricia isn't really a team hero, to be honest. You just build a team and then you have stuff around it to support Patricia. In like, you have an SQH maybe for some pings and heal. You have an HHA to generate some shields. You have like an IHP, not an IHP. You have like a PDE to combat CC, and then you can have different other stuff. So like the new hero will be rather interesting. The DGN is very interesting. Have you ever considered doing giveaways? If you have more SG than you can spend, it would be a great way to get more subscribers. I have considered that. I talked about that yesterday on the Discord, actually. I thought about it. The thing is, so what? Obviously, we would get more subscribers easily on this channel. The thing that speaks against it is that people that just sub for giveaways don't really care about the content. They are mostly inactive in terms of views. So there are also people I don't really care about, which makes it not really desirable for me to just spend starry gems for that. And contrary to popular belief, if I made a starry gem giveaway, it would not be 500,000 starry gems or something like this. That makes no sense. If the biggest starry gem giveaways are like 15k or something that people did, we would do like 20 and have the biggest starry gem giveaway ever. Makes no sense to do like 500k for me. It has no further appeal than 20k. What should I build next after LFA, SQH, PDE? What is pretty interesting for your account might be actually TBB. I mean, you can do only Awakenings, not need to do other stuff. No, I can do only Awakenings, yeah. Starlight Melody, the point detail, has no limit. It's just awaken your soul temple 1 time is 5 points. So 300 times 5 is 1,500. Yeah. We also already have 57, so we can do 11 summons less, which means 289 we can actually do. I think we just go in there and start summoning in the soul temple. Otherwise, we won't actually be able to complete this, I reckon. We have some contract story. I bought too much recently, so we don't really have to worry about that. I think we're just going to... We have so much stuff to summon that we're just going to start with this. Yeah, TBB, Freya... I'm not sure about Freya. Like, Freya is cool, yeah. The problem with Freya is she was nerfed to hell. Like, we had the Freya nerf with the... how's it called? The attack buff. The attack buff was nerfed. Do you think IHP is a good carry for campaign? I actually didn't use IHP in campaign at all. So, personally, I saw some stuff that people used her and did reasonably well. From my view, the performance was still worse than, for example, DTV. And in my view, you should probably strive for the best hero for campaign as soon as possible. Which means, like, you can never start, like Andre with LFA, SQH, PDE, you're very, very good with that. Then you maybe add a PDE to that, and then you are even better, and that is alright. But if you develop further down the road, and you have like 6, 7, 8 heroes, Transcendence heroes, then it's probably time for you to go for a DTV and to get the best hero for campaign, because you have to progress campaign, and eventually you will want exactly that, the best hero for campaign and nothing less. And if you're at the point where I am, it's essentially, well, stupid, not very smart, to go for campaign with anything other than the best hero, because when we do campaign, and oftentimes that is within the first week or even the first days, oh, I see green, very nice, then it's very difficult actually. It's very difficult. That is, by the way, a pretty good copy if you want a soul perfect. Then it's very, very difficult. So in that sense, we don't really want to have any heroes that are not optimal. And that is like, it's just making it more difficult. It's just making it more difficult, and we don't want to make campaign difficult, we want to clear it. I'm stuck at chapter 2. I mean, being stuck at some point in campaign is just normal. You will always be stuck at some point, unless you're really one of the top power people. Look at the leaderboard and you will see there are like maybe 20 people that cleared Void campaign. So if you're not one of those people, you will be stuck at some point, likely at some stage, including Valkyr or something like this. So yeah. No, Tony, we have just started with pulling. There have not been any crazy pulls. We have pulled a B-, which is probably the craziest with guns so far, but in terms of crazy scale, not really insane in any way. We're just starting off by just summoning some copies that I have in my bag that are of a bit higher quality, because we want to do a bit of high quality summons. We're not going to go for session. If we can score an A-, I take an A-, definitely. But I doubt that the amount of copies that we are going to summon will be enough for that. We still are going to do some summons, of course, and are going to acquire the loot that comes with it. But for that, and for the limited amount of summons that we do, we can strive for a bit of high quality on our copies, and that is what we're doing right now. But first the bag, and then we are going and see what we can summon from my hero bag, and what we have maybe in terms of shards. Even max campaign, you're stuck waiting for a new chapter. Well, that's kind of true, I guess, yeah. I'm in 531, wave with 3 walks. Yeah, that's normal. I was, honestly, I'm a bit sick of being stuck at the bulks. I had that for the last campaign stage, I think it was Island 8. And I was just annoyed by it. To be fair, though, I was annoyed by the entire thought of pushing another Void campaign island. I didn't want to go for that at all. And that is why I waited so long. I didn't go for the first month. I saw the people in Omega Project pushing, and they wrote down strategies and were trying their best to progress through it at a decent pace. And they cleared it rather swiftly, and I didn't care. I didn't care. I didn't want to set up a DTV and go in there, and it was too bothersome to me. And I had the high hopes that I could just progress to a point where I had enough power that I would that any stage in there would be trivial, which for the most part it was. Like 8.1 to 8.4 I cleared in like 10 minutes with an auto smash macro. It didn't take me any switch in any team, which was quite nice. And then I hit a stage with Valk, I believe. I think it was, what was it? Oh, it was this 2 Valk stage with Holmes Young in there, and Holmes Young is horribly bugged at the moment. I think it is a bug at least. The way he works at the moment in Void Island 8 is he basically heals to full life every single round. So he has so much heal, in fact, is his ability. I think there's just like, he's supposed to heal by 200%, is healing by 20,000% or something probably. Which is in a way difficult. On the other hand, of course, gives you a very easy way to clear him by using PDE core and inflicting like a healing curse on him. Which will then end up with him healing himself to death. So you can clear him kind of easily with that. I didn't know about the strategy, so I was stuck there for a bit of time. Then Norman told me about it. And then I cleared it quite easily. So at that point it was fairly trivial to actually progress. Then you are stuck at some Gagi stage again, and you are stuck at mostly the same stages. And I think like I had it for the very first time now that I felt not really excited to compete and get like a first spot or something, but I felt mostly bothered that I had to be stuck at the same stages once again, and that I had to try and clear another Valk stage, which was just different to the Valk stages I cleared before, in that it had like 100-200% more stats. So in that regard, I was a bit bored by campaign. Even before I had started. I would wish for them to kind of change it around a little bit. Maybe give some exciting modifiers. Maybe just finally remove Valk, because I think having people be stuck at Valk is such a bad game. We fought those stages multiple times. We have fought them 6, 7, 8,000 times in campaign. And I think it's not really about us doing it again. There are better options for that. We could put more new heroes, more prominent into campaign. We could do multiples of Transcendence heroes in there to raise the difficulty. We could do modifiers that heighten the crit of the enemy, for example. Or reduce your own crit so that you have to go with different strategies. Maybe reduce crit by 100%, but damage over time effects are heightened, and then make the stage interesting to be cleared with damage over time effects. Give sufficient buffs for mechanics like that to, well, basically enforce using them. So that is like the interesting fact. How much HP do the enemies in Chapter 8 have? I think to the end, we were nearing like E plus 14 levels, if I remember correctly. I think it was somewhere around 1 E plus 14 damage that we did. So a little bit like the pre-nerf Island 6 or 7. The one where we were stuck at the Gustin stage for an eternity. I think it was Island 6. And then they nerfed that and released Island 7. And Island 6 was basically trivial then, and Island 7 was still pretty easy. Yeah, I think it was Island 6. So yeah. Basically there was stuck at this Gustin stage. You guys are really confused by these story gems. I got a lot of those from actually selling copies. I don't usually have so many story gems on my account. So that's like the thing. I don't have any use for them. That's currently the case. Usually I buy a nice copy or something, but there's just nothing in the auction house. And we really haven't recovered from that one session they didn't do. Even though they had this awakening event in between, which was quite fun. I think I didn't post a video of it yet. But we got those special awakenings that gave you like a super high rate for B and higher. Are you going to buy the new power system materials in the event shop? Yes, we are going to do that. And I'm probably going to do a video about it tomorrow. Because I wanna like show the power of it. And we will have a pretty optimal setup. Selling copies. In brackets, black market. Yeah, you know, I just bought like 600,000 Starry Gems on the Starry Gem black market because I thought it would be really nice for me to look at 600,000 Starry Gems I can do nothing with. That is like a good idea. That is really smart of you. Wait. That makes no sense. Makes no sense. Yeah, the thing is I don't really care about A copies anymore. Like I cared about A- copies 2 years ago. Now they are not really interesting. They don't fit my account. Like the minimum I now need on a hero that I really use in a team is S tier. And to be honest, lower S tier feels bad. I was just thinking about making an S tier of Alikita today. I was just thinking about making an S tier of Alikita today. And to be honest, the lower S tiers feel too bad because there is not enough soul power on them. So I would rather have either a good S tier or an SS tier or something like that. Yeah. Itachi just sold over 620k in one transaction. Okay. I have no idea what you want to tell me, mate. What's your point? I didn't buy anything from this guy. Ever. I have no idea. Have you cleared SL40 or is it too hard? Not necessarily too hard. When I did it with my LFA, it was actually quite trivial. It was like basically one shot. As soon as I had the SSS copy set up with like all of the soul power on there, at that point I basically one-shot it. So it was pretty easy. But I think it will not be that easy on other sea lands. I guess like Abyss, for example, we have a good copy there with like Queen, but we don't really have a great damage dealer. And also BQA on my account is pretty lacking. So yeah, it's not really that good. Should probably use higher copies. Invest your Starry Gems in Soul Power. I bought Soul Power already. And we have like somewhat 30,000. I don't know. I don't know how much Soul Power do we have. Wait, I was in the right menu. 33,898. So we have enough Soul Power for now. It's decent. I mean, we can always improve, but right now it is okay. Do you get the feeling Alakita is going to be meta? Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit in regards to BQA. I think she could probably replace him. She would probably replace BQA, because I just think like BQA, okay, it's nice, you have some attack reductions from that and a little bit of survivability, but really the point of BQA and dealing damage is no longer that relevant, so why not use something that basically rids you of all your attribute reductions. There's some guy doing really annoying stuff outside. Yeah. It's decent. Is it? Do you guys, by the way, think that we're going to get like a very nice summon? What content do you still have to test on the new power system? We didn't really test the new power system yet. The thing with it is you have like one single ability at the moment that we have unlocked. We will have a bit more opportunity to test, I guess. But that single ability that we have is like an ability that grants a buff. And in the best case, it would be a buff for our hero. But the problem is, and I already described that we have this buff only for one round. So it's activated when LFA does an attack, and we only have it for one round, meaning it will run out before we ever get to use it. So at the moment, this skill would be way better off on support hero, which I don't have like a proper place for it right now. Maybe I could have put it on like PDE. We are going to put another ability on PDE though. We're going to put the tentacle stuff ability on PDE. We are going to keep the one that we have right now on LFA, because it later is better on him. It's later the better ability, it's later the ability that you want on LFA, but it needs to have a few more unlocks, and we are still at like very early progression in there. So yeah, basically if you would compare the state that we are in right now to sublimations, we would maybe have one ability unlocked. So that's like all of it. I built Alakita to E5. Do I build her as 5th trans? Can't tell you. I didn't try her. Didn't try at all, mate. Usurpa, welcome to the stream. Just doing summons. We need to do like 290 summons or something to actually have enough. Which we can do in one go, but we might have to retire something in between, which will be a little bit annoying. Are you going for SSS Stone? No. I think SSS Stone will be very expensive during this event. I think we again have some victims that thought they could summon for it, and will surely notice quite soon that this is not the case. We have some strong people already in there. We have some people that announced they're going to go for some high positions. So I'm not going for SSS, and neither am I going for any S position in there or something like this. But that's about it. Yeah. So we're just going to see what we get. Maybe we get like an A-. I could imagine with the points that we have of the 300 summons that we get like an A- or something. That would be possible. Your Gacha, and don't know if someone asked, but in that glory shop you have limit to purchase the teammates 8 times. How on earth you can get 8 coins when there's only 6 which you can obtain? That is correct. That doesn't work. There are only 6 coins that you can get. So the limit of 8 is rather pointless. The only limit that is really a bit annoying is on the new stuff, because on the new stuff they're limited to 4, so we have 2 extra coins there, and those 2 extra coins I mean, we're probably going to use for the teammates. There's one very weird thing that I noticed in there, little extra news that you have to know. 2 Wraec selection chests, they sell for $10. For $10. Check out the event now. There is like this glorious treasury, and right at the back here there is like this chest, the Bravo Starspawn Cultivation Materials chest. You get 5 of those for 1 coin. So 5 chests, and in the chests are 15 Wraec selection chests. So basically, one single buy of this chest gives you 75x. It's like 37, it's like $375 worth of X that you get from this. In comparison to the daily pack. I still think that's a bug that they did 15 Wraec selection chests. Because it's also 5 chests. Bit insane, I think. But then again, I mean, like, who needs X? It's not like I need them. 75 X. So it's a bit pointless. I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take it. I think this shop is going to be reused for every event in the foreseeable future. I kind of like the shop. I'll be honest with you, I kind of like the shop. It's a nice way of just having access to interesting materials and like letting the players select what they want. Because we have such a vast variety of stuff in this game mode. Or in this game at the moment that we can or want to have, that it's a bit difficult to see. Rip my message, but fair enough. Your message was no way, bro, just said BQA vets replaced. I mean, we talked about it, didn't we? So yeah. A nice chest that no one will target. Yeah, it was just like I was looking through the loot, and that just stood out. Just stood out because I thought like, well, that is a very weird chest. That's like a bit unexpected in that manner. Having a choice is very nice, yeah, and you get like 6 things, so not bad. Shop is not a problem, the 1000 points, 500 points requirement is the problem. Yeah, you know, I'm not really that aware of free-to-play requirements. Your message got deleted? I didn't delete any messages. And I don't think any mod or something is online, so if that message got deleted, it got deleted by YouTube auto mods, so... Well, then you probably wrote something you shouldn't write, I guess. Sending love from IV, pull that SSS. Thank you, Ivy Rain. Thanks, mate. We'll do my best. But we're only going to do like 300 summons, so we're not going to do a lot. Got a B+ queen with 5,009 attack and only spent 600 contract starry gems. That's very nice. Got a B Aspen copy today from the Free Awaken. Oh, it's also pretty good. I mean, I can't be really annoyed about that. B copy from Free Awaken is rather nice. I'm still annoyed they don't give us a choice of subs or core in the most of the events. Forcing one on us is silly. He's drunk. I'm drunk. That is something new to me. I actually just finished working. Just about. half an hour ago. Basically finished working once again and then started to stream. Just hot here. Skill issue if we don't have new stuff. I mean, like we already talked about it. We talked about how they should introduce new materials or like the older materials like cores and stuff into the events and make it easier. I don't know, what's probably auto. I didn't say something bad, but it could easily be taken as spam stuff. Okay. Well, then it probably was taken as spam stuff. Okay, we should probably retire some stuff. My god, we have too much stuff. I'll probably just retire the Alikita copies as well. Why don't you giveaways? There's a word missing there, I reckon. But I was describing it earlier. I'm thinking about doing a giveaway. Thinking about doing like a 20k Starry Jump giveaway. But the thing is, just the argument that Lucien made was pretty valid. It pulls people onto the channel that don't care about the content. They sub for the giveaway and then they don't watch it. And then they don't watch future content. Because if they cared about the channel, I reckon they would have subbed already. Or subbed for a stream or subbed at any point when I ask for it. And I'm not sure if I really want to do that. Not because I mind these Starry Gems, I don't really do. It's okay. I would spend it for it, but it's probably correct that doesn't really have the effect. 20k mid? 20k is alright. I think it was would be one of the biggest Starry Gem giveaways ever done, really. I checked Barry's channel, I think he had like a 17k giveaway. Though, I reckon, I have to say, I was thinking about going like all out and just saying, okay, we do like 100k or something. But yeah, I didn't do that. I think 20k is nice, because 20k gives you like an A- and you can get maybe something like an L of A, so you can really get a very nice hero from that. Don't do giveaways on the account. Yeah, I think it doesn't have that much of a positive effect, and I would like it to have. We did the 25k giveaway? We can do 26k. Why retire B tier copies? They were for retiring, actually. I bought them for retiring. Let's do 101 Espens. Do 1k giveaway every day for a month. At the point when you explain to me how I can gift that away. With a 1 week gifting cooldown. Then I would need like 7 accounts for that already. And would have to put like senior privilege cards on all of them. That is like... that would probably not be a very good idea. So that's also something that I considered. Either I go for like... either I go for like a single winner or like multiple winners. But multiple winners really has exactly that problem. You can't really gift it. You could do a whole live stream where I just opened every bag in my yeah. I have like 1,000 chests. I have 1,000 chests, and a lot of them are skin chests, and there are artifact chests. There are super old artifact chests. I have like an artifact chest that doesn't include fan or something. So it's a bit insane. Can you do 1 Asmo? We did 1 Asmo already. I don't have an Asmo right now. So many copies? Yeah, I mean, like, we don't really have endless copies, but we have a lot of copies. We have a lot of copies. Imagine if we summoned A- Esper. Or like S Alikita. I never summoned an S tier. Barry summoned an S tier. Barry doing the event that I was talking about, the event with like those special summoning things, he summoned an S tier. And he didn't notice, I watched that video. He had this video and he summoned and he got like a pretty weak looking S TBB. And the TBB had, I think, ooh, look at that. Nice, B+. Pretty low roll B+, but we got a redstone. So, I don't mind. But I didn't look at the redstone, so I wasn't baited. That's actually a very good summon. He didn't notice that. He didn't notice that the copy was S tier. He thought it was A+. And he kind of put it to the side and only later noticed it. Why not summoning the Alikita copies? We can summon an Alikita copy. I wanted to save them up a little bit. Do we want to... none of those cores is worth using. I will do those for an event where I can't actually max. We can do alligator copies, I don't mind. So close? Nah, wasn't close. Wasn't close at all. We were not even remotely close to an A- there. In terms of stats. We lacked like half the stats of the way. It was just one red core, but the other ones were really low roll. Do you have any awakening items? Yeah, but no good ones. Really, like B+ is a fun awakening item, everything below is kind of mid. You cheated. Last video I said you would stay strong. Did I not stay strong? What did I do? But now I see you have B- done. Damn. You busted me. Usurper! I thought you were on my side. That's not cool. It took me 20 bucks, mate. It was 20 bucks. 20 bucks and I got like one double and it was okay. Is this your hobby or full-time work? No, it's not my full-time work. I do YouTube as a hobby. So basically the way this works, I have a full-time job. It's like 41 hours a week. And then like some hours on top of that usually. And I make a lot of money in that job. It's like a very good amount of money. And then after that I do YouTube. So basically I work every day, drive home or work from home. And then I do YouTube videos for AFK Journey. And currently I do about 4 or 5 YouTube videos for Idle Heroes as well. So mostly start off by thinking during the day about what I will do for AFK Journey later. Then I do an AFK Journey video. And then an Idle Heroes video. Though for Idle Heroes, to like compensate a little bit and to have like a decent uptime of videos, I have some videos to spare. I have some videos in the back already, basically, that I can do with like... I probably have like 5,000 treasure train tickets in my back or in my videos already. Where we max like enthralling toil and whatever, and we have all of that already ready to go, basically. And that is what I do. And from the financial side, when I started playing Idle Heroes, it was mostly just my disposable income that I just spent on this and just wailed. So even though when I started, like at the beginning when I started, I spent like 50 bucks a month. So it really wasn't too much. And then at the highest point, I think it was like around 2,000 bucks, which is still alright. I can spend that, that's no problem. And then it changed a little bit with YouTube. And when I started YouTube, I basically made no money with it. Which is the same situation that we are in right now here, basically. It's kind of fun, because we are on a not monetized channel right now. So this channel, basically I get no money from it at the moment. And when I started to get money, it was pretty low amounts. It was like, I don't know, 200, 300 euros. And to be honest, I later regretted taking the money. I really regretted monetizing the channel. And this is pretty stupid, really, because I think in the first year I made like 1,800 euros. That was about it, what I made within like 6-7 months of doing Idle Heroes videos. And I thought, well, it's pretty nice, you make some extra money, that's cool. And then I had to do my taxes. Oh my god, that was so annoying. It took me 4 days or something, just like really 4 days worth of work. 30 hours, something like that. To just file all of the stuff that I needed to do, to make a company for that, to like send that to the financial institutions, and then they want a ton of your stuff, and then you have to like register for things, and you have to register here and there, and you get 1,000 letters, and oh, it was so annoying. And that all for 1,800 euros. I thought like the work time that I put into this, like not the YouTube time, just the administration time really, was more than the money that I earned. I could have done other stuff in that time and earned more money. And it was really annoying. And for a hobby, just to make some money, like if I didn't take the money, it would probably have been smarter at that point. And then the next year, basically, it was a bit better. I mean, we of course had 12 months, really. And the place where we are right now is really where it starts to be good. So this month is pretty bad, I tell you that, but the last months were really good. Were really, really good, yeah. Because this month I had COVID, and during COVID I couldn't make videos, I had no voice and stuff. So really that delayed a lot of content and made it very difficult for me to produce content. And I was a bit on the lower side there, and when I came back, my views had dropped quite significantly. The algorithm hates it when you don't have like 2-3 days in a row where you don't post stuff, it seems. And in general, the mean thing is AFK Journey is dropping in views quite a bit. But it makes good money. Like outside, in the first month where I made like 10k views a video and like 30k views every 2 days, made really good money. And at that point, I spent a lot on AFK Journey. I think in the first month I spent like $3,000 on AFK Journey. But I got double the amount of that. I got double the amount. Ziggy bought my Tussi, by the way. Oh, the S tier. Oh yeah, that's cool. I got more than double the amount actually, with the extra videos and stuff. So that was just from the one channel. And now, of course, we make the Idle Heroes channel. We make the Idle Heroes channel as well. Which, I mean, you can't really talk to the community managers right now. At least they sent me the Idle Heroes logo, which was pretty good. I needed an Idle Heroes logo. I wanted to do it like AFK Journey. I got so used to putting that in the top right corner, and I really wanted it, and they sent it to me within a minute, I have to say. Within a minute, so that was pretty cool. I love evading taxes. Nah, we don't do that. Like, it's a pretty bad idea. In Germany, the mean thing is, they go after the small guy as much as they go after the big guy. So if you have like €1 million owed, it's like they do it the same as if you have like €100 owed. It's insane. And the amount of taxes that I pay on this stuff is like no fun at all. So if I make like, let's say I make €5,000 with this, then I pay around 2,000 to 2,500 euro in taxes. So it's like 40 to 50% depending. Madness. Absolute madness. 40 to 50%. It's insane. And I'm still, like, from the financial side, because I don't earn that much with YouTube yet. I'm still, like, in a privileged position. If I earn more with YouTube, I actually leave that and it becomes more complicated. And then I have to pay for, like, an accountant, which would make stuff easier. I actually would love to earn enough to, like get an accountant, which I could do it at any point. But it doesn't make too much sense right now because I can do it myself. Like, I have a master's degree in public management, and that includes like tax law. So I know tax law, but it's no fun because it's very annoying, and the way they design it is very annoying, and getting used to like the programs they use and stuff is very, very annoying, and it's no fun. 40% is normal, right? Well, it really depends on what you do. Normal is like a thing. I don't pay 40% taxes on my regular income. I didn't used to, but now my income is higher, so I pay more taxes. Same year, like 55%, 48.5%, wasn't it? It depends if you have to pay sales tax and stuff. That's like a difference. It can vary a little bit, but there are other ways. Like, there are other countries and stuff. If I was like a full-time YouTuber, I would go away. I wouldn't live in Germany. Like, it's stupid to live in Germany if you are a full-time YouTuber. Because you can live everywhere. Just go somewhere else. There are like a ton of countries where you can live very, very well, have a very high life standard, and you just don't pay that much tax. Not at all. Not even remotely close. You can pay like 20% or even lower. In some countries. You can pay nothing even depending on what you do. So, I don't mind paying taxes, but I think it's just insane. It's not easy. It's not easy at all to pay taxes. Like, you have to file so much stuff. I think it's madness, honestly. Just for them to tell you, okay, you have to pay like 40% taxes. Please send us the money. To get to that point, you have like 4 days of work. It's absolute madness. Yeah, Saudi Arabia, you can go Dubai, you can go, how's it called? Next to Spain. how's the country called? Something with A. Give me a second. I need Google Maps. I always forget the name. Andorra. We can go to Andorra. Andorra would be probably my choice. Honestly. If I thought about it. Like, I'll be honest with you guys. The first month, like in April. In April, I made really good money with YouTube. And that was like the point where I thought about just going to another country, just chilling there. But I don't want to live full-time from YouTube. Andorra, yeah, Andorra. Not Madeira. Andorra. Andorra is quite cool. It's really a very nice country. They also have some very nice flats. If you look for a flat, they have some very cool ones, actually. For the DDoS every contender for SSS Stone. Well, that will be difficult. That will be difficult. No, we don't do that. Only if you slap it on IHP. I can do that. I mean, I also already have an SS tier IHP. But I could do it. Yeah. So yeah, Andorra is really nice. But I wouldn't want a regular job. Because I hate YouTube income. Like in the 1 month you make so much money, next month it's so little money, and suddenly you play this game. If you really want to do YouTube and you want to do gacha content, it's also kind of tough to stick with one game very long. Because there is like the next hype game coming up. So right now probably the smartest move that I could do is like ditch AFK Journey, go ZZZ. I forgot what the abbreviation even stands for. Zenless Zone Zero. That is probably the next hype game, I'll be honest with you guys. So if you want to make big money with gacha stuff, you make content about that. So that's the thing. And I thought about checking this out, by the way. But on this channel, probably. Because I'm not on the other one. But I kind of hate that as well. I like to play Idle Heroes. Even though Idle Heroes from the community side is like horrible. You don't really earn proper money. So yeah, it's not really worth it. If you were able to move away from Germany, where would you go? Like, Andorra is alright. Really. I reckon I'll have to flee to Andorra if I get caught for my cyber crimes. I don't know if that's a good idea. Because, like, that's still kind of Europe. It's kind of Europe. It's not really Europe, but it's kind of Europe. It's probably enough Europe that you will still get caught. So, not a good place to flee to. And yeah, so... I mean, like, other than that, moving away from Germany, like a very good place if you just want to make decent money, live at a nice place. I would probably not even move away from Germany. I would move to the Swiss border, and then I would work in Switzerland and live in Germany. That would probably be very, very nice. Just to Twitch and let all the IH whales donate you subs and bits. There aren't too many IH whales left, though. That's the problem. Like, the amount of Idle Heroes whales is dropped harshly. Honestly, at some point, sometimes I feel like it's a bit more of a free-to-play game now. You have the usual suspects, but really not too many. Like, where are Hossi, where's Fossi, where's Lord Eric, where's Artorias, where are all those big players? They're gone. So it feels like really free-to-play at the moment. Did the H offer you a contract? My friend, like, the H didn't even answer my message. Like, we have 2 community guys from the H at the moment. Chen is no longer in there. Chen left, well, that's like doing other stuff right now. And then we have Layla and we have Jonas. And Layla's alright. Like, she answers my stuff. She sent me the Idle Heroes logo within a minute. That was pretty cool. Jonas doesn't answer my messages. Like, he doesn't. Send him a message, doesn't answer. Don't know. So, we're not at the level of contract. We are at the level of maybe the guy says hello or something. Doesn't happen. Sounds like insane. Is Liechtenstein a tax thing? It's a weird country. I don't like it, honestly. I thought I would like it because it's like super small and stuff, but it's very weird. It's very weird. They have like this... I don't know if it's a king. No, it's not a king. It's called differently. And this is like a very weird ruler. It's basically they're doing it like a democracy, but every time they decide something this guy doesn't like, he says, okay, you change that or I will go to another country. And then they have to change it. And I think that's such a weird way. Like, then just say, say it's a monarchy. Because if the guy decides anything anyway, then you don't have to do it like a democracy, it's just wasting money at that point. There are a ton of pay-to-win things, yeah, but like, I think there is like free-to-play was probably not set in the right way. It's mostly like low to mid-spenders, like less whales in that sense. It's a principality. No, I'm not really too used to the English words of like other than democracy and then like monarchy and stuff. Not too used to state forms in English words. But it's weird. Like you can check it out. It's very weird the way it turns out working. It's very weird. Issue with this game is what I said to you in the MSO on Discord. They're not lowering cores. The teammates for low mid spenders. Then they can't expect people to spend. I think it would be like if they made it so you have to spend like $20 and you will easily get a core and maybe some other stuff on top and get like a really good deal out of most events. I think people would spend more. Like really nice low spender deals in events. I think that would be very, very interesting. What would qualify as a whale? Yeah, that's a bit difficult. Like sometimes people throw around this word called megalodon. With, I mean like the upper tier of whales. And if you say like the top 30 of whales or top 20 or something, those are the megalodons, then I'm probably in there. So not me. I guess like top 21 to 100 in Treasure Train are probably whales. But if I define it in that way, then the amount never decreases. Yeah, super, I'm German. Even this event was times 6 at $200 at 400. Times 6 is at $400. Times 4 is at 200. But there's valid way, but you can go to times 4. Like times 4 is pretty decent. If you do a 200 buck clear, it is quite alright actually. Am I a whale? I'm not sure. Like probably. I reckon. Probably, yeah. So it's difficult. I don't know how many points 100 Treasure Train has. I mean, at this point, we're also talking about iOS and Android combined. So, I mean, that's like a thing. 61k. That's like Quake. Like, it's easier for me to understand if I know Quake. I mean, probably you would say Quake is a whale. Same for Bagel, Scythe. Stabstallion really a whale? Do we say that? ATL is a whale. I can say ATL is a whale. So like, yeah, top 100 is basically still whales. But I think that won't be that won't be the same for a long time, I think. I think at some point there will be like people in here that just bought the account and are not really whales and are playing them for free to play. And I think we are already at this point for some of those accounts. Yeah, so that's the thing. German is a beautiful country and for me an easy language. Yeah, most people don't really consider it too easy in terms of a language. But it's a nice country. I like Germany. Jesus is a Kraken. Jesus is... I mean, if you compare the accounts, if you just look at the hero list, it's not too different. Like, he has more SSS tiers than I do. But I also have a ton of S tiers on there. I have a ton of high value copies. So in that regard, I wouldn't say like there is too much of a difference. He has more soul power than I have though. And his train is a little bit bigger. So train, the difference between Jesus and me is just in festival treasures. So that is the only difference that we have in terms of train. He doesn't have better star spawns than me. Doesn't have more DT materials than me. He doesn't have more event materials than me. So I wouldn't say like, oh, you can like make a clear line between our two accounts and say like, okay, this one is only a Megalodon, but this one is a Kraken. Like I think for this the accounts are too similar. We are on the same tier, but maybe not on the same level on that tier. That is what I want to say. Because if you would put like 3, 4, 5 more accounts on that tier, I think the difference wouldn't be so insane. I think it would be a bit closer. I went up by 2.5 billion CCL in 1 month. That's a ton. That's a ton, actually. $50 a month. Okay, then I know like thousands of ways. What is your soul power? 33,800 something. It is kind of comical how far behind free-to-play low-spender treasure train is compared to Wales. Yeah, because they give like 90 treasure tickets a year or something. So it's like pretty ridiculous. Hi mate, welcome. May I ask why you spend so much and how you can keep it going? Well, I make money with YouTube. As also a hobby. I make money outside of YouTube as well. Like, pretty much works. How much do I sell a B Aspen for? If it's not like a super nice copy, which I mean like the absolute upper echelon of attack, which probably means like A attack or A minus attack on a B Aspen, well then probably for the same price every other person sells their B copies for, which is like 200 something at the moment. I'm not sure, you can check it out. Just sort by buyout price and you will see it. Did you eat any food yet? During my life, quite often. Yeah. Kind of like to do it once or twice a day. Works out quite nice for me. Like 1 to 2k a month I think is a whale. Yeah, but the thing is, it's just so subjective at that point. Like it's not like you say, okay, there is like the super definition of that. And it is also very difficult to say. I think if you have like a person and that spends 2k a month, might as well be an absolute insane player at that point. So like with that amount of spending, you can definitely be super insane. But also the time, of course, is a thing. In Idle Heroes, it's a bit different. It also depends on the game that you look at. In Idle Heroes, if you spend like 1k a month and you stop at some point, pretty fast you will reach the point where your account is no longer that relevant because you lack the newest power mechanic. If you consistently spend that, of course, you will be pretty strong. In other games, for example in AFK Journey, if you spend 1k a month, you can pretty much reach a top tier account. Because you can spend a lot at one point, or at one time, but consistent spending will actually upgrade your account because there aren't so many new power mechanics. And they aren't released at quite that pace yet. So, yeah. You will build up your account, you will build up your heroes there. Do you smoke? Well, now legal substances in Germany, actually. I don't. I don't actually like that. Like, in the sense that I think it makes people rather lazy. And that doesn't fit with what I do and the general amount that I work. It would collide quite badly, I guess. And end up with me probably not doing YouTube or my job anymore, so yeah, it wouldn't work out for me. What are you going for today? 1,500 points. I'm gonna probably sell the Aspen and get an Idamak copy because I'm gonna have very soon my first trans hero. Nice, mate. And they made it legal, but they made it like very complicated. They chose a very complicated way, and now you have like some areas where you can consume it and some areas where you can't, and there are like some apps that have like a map where you have red and green areas, and I don't know. I would be quite bothered by it if it wasn't for me not using it at all. Which, yeah, I'm not really bothered by it. The interesting thing is, like for the general public, it didn't change anything. I don't feel like it changed a whole lot. You sometimes smell it on the street, but rather rarely, actually. And other than that, I guess, well, our government doesn't have to care about people going to jail for it anymore, and that's about it, really. Is AFK Journey more or less than Idle Heroes? In some ways, yes. In a lot of ways, not really. Like collecting heroes is important, upgrading heroes is important. That's the same really in that core mechanic. But you do it at a very different pace. And right now, mostly as a point of criticism, they haven't really found the place yet they want to be in AFK Journey. There are sometimes things that feel a bit lackluster. Currently, the amount of loot that they give out in events is rather low, so the free-to-play experience isn't all there. It should be better. Hero releases have been a bit bad. Like they released rate up heroes, but there was just no hype around it, and they didn't really come to the point yet where we say, okay, it's really an optimal experience. And that hurt them at the moment. And that's also what's dropping the views a lot. That's dropping the views, that there is just not the point where we have hype. And the seasonal style, they do seasons in there. They do 4-month seasons. That really hasn't worked out too good yet. And it's currently working in a way that I kind of expected. We have like seasonal ups and lows, I think. And the season is now out for, I don't know, like 2 months, I think. And we are already experiencing severe player drops, which is normal. If you have a game that has seasons, I remember Path of Exile, for example, towards the end of the season, the player numbers drop. And that is something that I have to get a bit used to on AFK Journey, because that also means my views drop. And you kind of have less content towards the end of the season, so it's a bit weird in that sense. I compare it to other Aspens. There are like thousands of them on sale. You can just put it in and it will show you the other Aspens that were sold before. And on that market with like those amounts of Aspens sold, it will be pretty much very well at what you have there. 4 months is long. 4 months is very long. Yep. But they bring it with like, they have like an open world in there. It is a bit linear, the open world, but they make it, they design it like an open world. And they bring an entirely new area with every season. So, and it was a pretty big area last time. There's like an entire story campaign and like an area you can explore and side quests and seasonal content in there. They bring all of that. So, in that regard, there is a lot of stuff happening. I was pretty skeptical that seasons would really work well in idle game, and granted, I did not skip it through the whole season, but the implementation did not change my mind. I'm a bit worried about that too. I like the seasonal skills. Basically what they did was they said, okay, we are going to give every single hero a special skill for that season. And then we are going to introduce seasonal power mechanics, which were like charms. Those charms give your heroes extra stats and buff certain abilities. And you acquire those this season just through gameplay. You can't spend for those. You acquire them just through gameplay, and you can use them, and you can make special builds that just work in this season. No, I actually need that meme. We can't use that guy. And eventually, when the season ends, those are going to go away. You're going to get loot for that, and we're going to start the next season with different power mechanics and different skills. So I like that aspect. I think that's really cool, because that also means, like, for example, before we had the first season, like in the pre-season, Odie was a great character, but not really the best boss damage dealer. As soon as the season started, Odie was the best boss damage dealer in the game. So that's like the thing. Recent transactions, people sell it for 198. Okay. Yeah. Do you know Religion of Rage? I'm bad with names, mate. I'm really, really bad with names. I'm horrible with it. So, don't quite remember. Oh, got a bit of green there. B tier, we take it. How many more awakenings do you need to do? We can check that out. Let me collect my loot here. And then we are going to go and see how many points we have. Point details, 885. So, about halfway. No, a bit more than half. Well, 2/3 of the way. We are 2/3 of the way there. How many? No, that question I already answered, so we don't answer that again. So yeah. What I really want to experience in terms of AFK Journey, though, is the start of the next season. I'm really excited for that, because I want to see what they do. They have had this season now to learn. They had this season now to understand what the community wants. They found out some things that they didn't expect before. And I think for the next season, if they plan it correctly and if they really use the info from the community, which is something they have not been bad at. Like, we'd always say that about idle heroes. Idle heroes, they are bad at like using the info the community gives them. They don't really care. They just don't listen. That is something that you commonly hear. You don't listen. The AFK Journey guys, they do listen. They do listen. They listen to an extent that, for example, I made the podcast with Vulcan, Zebo, and Danger Grey. If you guys know AFK Journey, you know at least Vulcan and Zebo, or maybe even Danger Grey. And we made a podcast. Podcast has like 20,000 views, quite insane. They listened to that. They made a dev post, answered on all of the topics that we had. So they do listen, and they do listen to the content creators as well. We have a group chat with the community manager and stuff. So that works. And the result of that, the result of them listening, will hopefully be improvement. And will hopefully be improvement in the right direction. So maybe we're not looking at an interesting game now, which is a bit of a harsh way to say it. We're not looking at the perfect game now. Let's say it in that way. We're not looking at the perfect game now. But maybe, if we have a little bit of patience, we're going to look at a perfect game next season. And when we have this game that is in this quality or this state of development, then I want to be there. And then I want to make content on it. Because that will be very exciting. And then we will go back to that point where we were in April, with basically hundreds and hundreds of people joining the game. And us having such a great time and such big fun, progressing through the story, progressing through side quests, getting great loot, doing good summons. I think that will be big. The age doesn't care, the age doesn't listen. Yeah, and that is really the difference. That is the difference, and that is something that will help them, and that will be very huge. And that will, in the end, make them more successful, I think. So that's why I'm not too bothered. That's why I can release a video. Like yesterday, for example, I released a video, got horrible views. And I don't really mind too much. I mean, it's not optimal. I would rather have better views on my AFK Journey stuff, because every time I look at the videos that I post right now, yeah, we don't really want to think about that, honestly. It's like sometimes less than 1,000 views, I think. We had like barely 1,000 views on the last one, and then 2,000 maybe on some of the other ones. Yeah, I can't really check it out right now. It's horrible. Like on those ones, it was really horrible. But I'm very hopeful for the future. So yeah. Wraec, any luck? I summoned a B+, which is probably good. So, yeah, can't really complain, I guess. B+ was there. Not bad. Not really an A- or any S or something like this. We are mostly summoning S-Pins right now. Because I thought like, well, might as well. On break from work for an hour. Nice. Yeah, I finished working an hour ago. And then directly into the stream. And doing summons. And hopefully... we need 19 more subscribers, actually. And then we have 1,000 on this channel. 19 more. So if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do. Yeah, well, the people in chat, of course, they have subscribed. But maybe somebody's watching and just sees, okay, I have not subscribed. Then please hit the button so we can get to 1,000 pretty quickly. That would be very nice. Who learned you about Pookie? Lucid, really. Yeah. Would you consider what you mentioned earlier and just kind of moving to new gacha games as they're released, ride the hype wave? Kinda? I mean, you have to do very specific type of content to do that. If you check out the way, like, successful gacha YouTubers like Vulcan, like they work, how they work. You will have like 3, 4, 5 channels, and then you will cover different games for different amounts of time on the channel. And the quality of those videos is one kind personal disposition. Like, how good are you at just in general making content? Can you sit in a live stream? Can you talk? Can you speak freely? Can you think about a topic and think about it maybe 1, 2, 3 minutes and then speak about it for 10? Is that something you can do natively? Or do you have problems speaking freely about stuff like this? If you can do that, well, then you don't need too much time making the video you're thinking about. But still, you will need to get the idea, and that inherently includes spending a certain amount of time with the game. So, yeah. If you don't spend a certain amount of time with the game, your videos will be rather bad. You will put errors in your videos. You will like have you will things that get pointed out by the community, and that ends with you getting like stigmatized. You will be stigmatized as like the YouTuber that makes bad videos, and with the guy with the bad info. So, and that is something you really want to avoid. So at the one side, you have to put enough time into the game that you understand it and that you know what's right and wrong. And on the other side, you kind of have to make like videos that you can do quickly. The best thing that you can do is like have contact to the community manager and make a video about just some new code that you have and some info piece or something like this. And just test the new hero one time or something like this. This is content that works pretty well, and you can do it pretty quickly without doing too much into the game. Difficult. It is rather difficult to do stuff on a game like Idle Heroes. Because people don't necessarily want to see you test the new Transcendence hero one time as like a 5-star hero. In the best case, you have an SSS copy of the new hero and test it into the most endgame content you can find. That would make people the most interested. So Idle Heroes is very difficult for that. New games often aren't really. So if you have like even easier for you to do that if you have like a guy in there that plays the game and talks to you and tells you some stuff. And if you have that, then you can cover like 6, 7, 8 games. And then the way you will do it is you have like one channel, and you kind of have to decide which of those gacha games you put on that channel. Because if you put a gacha game on the channel, well, then usually the thing in this, for every game really, not only the games that you know, most games include in their contracts that you can't post other content on the channel if you cover the game. So that means really that you have to have multiple channels. So you kind of have to plan which game you take and which game you have a contract with on which of your channels. So if you are like Vulcan and you have like 5, 6 channels, you can have 5, 6 contracts. You can cover 5, 6 games, and you can put them on there. So that's like the idea. And if a game doesn't perform well enough, you swap it out for another game. And to do that, to start to be successful, you have to have a certain follower amount and you have to be famous to a certain degree, I would say. Like for example, Vulcan has like a channel with 100k subscribers, and at that point you can make really big money in the gacha area. If you do that. But at that point you are spending like 7-8 hours a day easily on making videos. And that's like not even kidding. It's not like the usual YouTube grind where you sit there and make like one video per week, and that's about it. No. You make like 6, 7, 8 videos a day at that point. You also make very good money. I mean, like you only need like 150k subscribers or something, and you can make tons. You can make really, really good money at that point. Way more than other YouTubers do with similar amounts of subscribers. But really that requires you to have like that certain grind mindset. And you will sit there and you will think about ideas for 7 different games to make videos on. And I don't know, like it's a lot of work, and I'm not sure if I want to do it. Because you really have to jump sinking ships. Because most of them will sink. It's rare that the game survives as long as Idle Heroes. You will go for the hype. You will be at every hype gacha game. You will be there, and you will leave every sinking boat, because if the views are not there, then it's not worth it, because it will like block one channel, and you don't want to have blocked channels. You want channels with like a contract and active games and big viewers, and you want people to come to you. And if you really do that, right now I have an audience that mostly cares about either Idle Heroes or AFK Journey. If you are very successful with this kind of style of work, then you will have an audience later on that knows you, because whenever they go to a gacha game, you are already there. And then they will come to you. And when you reach that point, you will be even more successful. You will be even more successful because you can go to any game, and as long as there is hype, a lot of your viewers will follow anyway. and you will get an immediate amount of good views. And in terms of contracts, that means you get money, and you get more money, but you have to build that over some time, and you have to be kind of good at it, and you have to put some work into it. And especially for a game like Ilyris, it's not usually that good to make content for it. Like, if you want to make money, you don't make Ilyris content. I'll be honest, there are some contracts or stuff they do, but they are pretty cheap, I was told. In the past, at least. I don't know what the current contract structure they have is. No idea. Ask nobody about it, but from what some people that no longer do Ilyris content were offered in the past, it wasn't quite that good. So, yeah, that's the thing. And it's not really a hype game, isn't it? So we don't have 200,000 players joining in here doing some insane stuff. They had like 50,000 on their new Discord, and I think they used some bots as well. So, yeah. Wraec just rolled A- faceless on Amazon, free CSG. That's very nice. Congratulations, Soul. Insane. Do they even get the 10k points on Amazon this time, Soul? Or is that like impossible? I don't know how many whales are left on Amazon, because I rarely get to play it. Which was like another side effect of the AFK Journey thing, by the way. The time that I used for the Amazon server is now clearly dedicated to AFK Journey. But yeah, so now basically you have an idea how that gacha stuff works. And I think it's kind of interesting because it's really different to the usual YouTuber stuff. Quite different in that. And I don't think many people understood how it works. But that's also the reason why they have like 5 YouTube channels. And I don't do that, obviously. I mean, we have 2 channels now, so we have a bit of leeway in that direction. And I mean, I want to do it to the extent that I can, but I also have a full-time job and I want to keep that. So my full-time job is like my main focus, and YouTube we do on the side. And I do a lot of work for my YouTube channels now, plural. But to an extent that I'm limited. I can't sit myself down and do like 6 hours of cutting to do one insane guide or something. If I do a guide, oh, that takes away time. Like, if I want to do a guide and I want to spend all that time on a guide, I need a ton of motivation and I need probably some hours off of work, which I can do, but that's like not an everyday thing. And it's a bit difficult. We're at 18k, day 1 will be 20k soon. As Louis is going for first, I will stick for SS Stone on Betty. Yeah, that seems like a smart way. Maybe I will check it out. I will look into it, into the gala. I think we'll make a video or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Not sure about it yet. But a little bit of a look, I think, will be no harm. 12 more subscribers to 1k. Still a little bit less. Hire an editor. Yeah, such things are always a little bit of a problem. Like, the problem is, if you do gacha stuff, you do a lot of videos. And not always are they like, do they have a lot of effort in it. Like, it's easier to hire an editor on a freelance base if you have one video that does 1 million views than if you have 1,000 videos that do 1,000 views. It's the same amount of views, but like the cutting work on like 1,000 videos is of course a bit different. And oftentimes if you do like a gacha stuff, there isn't too much cutting. How many gacha videos do you see where there is either no cut at all or just something like an intro or something they put in? And that works. That does work indeed. Get like a B? Nice B. Actually a good one. That is alright if you just say an opinion on a news piece or review a hero. Doesn't need 1,000 cuts. It's not that much cutting effort required there. Sometimes you cut something out, sometimes I mostly do cutting work if it's like a guide. If it's like really 30 minutes where I want to be on point, you know? Like I made a guide about Destiny transition. I want to be on point with that. I made a guide with soul perfection. I don't want to see bad stuff, so I keep it in segments. I think about, okay, how do I structure it? And then I think of 6, 7, 8 segments that I want to do, and I record them and try to be very good in those and very well worded. And that is something I do, and then I do a lot of cutting work. But if you see like a news piece, that's often a one-piece record. Even sometimes reviews are just one takes. Just one take, recording, and if I do something wrong in it or say something bad, then I just stop the recording and try again. And then I spend 30 minutes for maybe 6, 7, 8 minute video, depending on how well it goes. Sometimes it's just one take and it's alright, and then it's 8 minutes. So it's not like you spend a super big amount of time on really recording videos. It's often not the case. So the cutting work behind this is also a little bit lower. Sometimes you do it. Sometimes you don't. So yeah, it's different. But if you make like 7, 8 videos like some of those guys, it also makes sense. And if you make 7, 8 videos, it's also like, even if you just want a guy to do your thumbnails, imagine that. You spend them like 10, 15 bucks per thumbnail, and you have 7, 8 videos a day. Your monthly cost for thumbnails is actually quite insane. Is not rather low. But if you have the good views, it makes sense. But to spend like 10 euros or something on a thumbnail, usually a video has to get like at least 3,000 views. And to make it really worth it, probably like 4,000 or 5,000. Otherwise, you do your thumbnail yourself. But I have to say, guys, honestly, I don't think I'm too bad at making thumbnails anymore. Like, I think I'm alright. Sometimes I do like a fun one for the stream, for example. I didn't put too much effort into it. But I think if I now go on my main channel and check out my main channel, I think the thumbnails look alright. Like, we can check it out. Wait. youtube.com/Wraec videos. Yeah, like I think the yesterday's one, where I got also really horrible views, is a pretty cool thumbnail. For Hewen, best build for the gold healer. If you guys check out my channel, I think that's a pretty cool thumbnail. Can we check that out in a decent way? Yeah. And most of the other ones, if I make like the bronze text, then it's often a bit easier. But no, I think the last thumbnails are all quite alright. Yeah. What do you think about the idea of adding VIP 14 and 15? I mean, if you give it to the people that already spend enough for 14 and 15, I'm alright with it. But I don't think it will help too much, really. Like, we will add another layer of loot to it. Most of this is actually quite uninteresting. So, I don't think it would do much. And I would be VIP 14 at least. Yeah, 14 at least. I'm not sure about 15. Thumbnails are usually pretty quick to make, to be honest. Well, it depends. Like, if you do just like, I don't know, hero, bit of text, some logo in the corner, something blurred out in the background, which is like some standard stuff that I usually do, it's okay. It's quite easy. If you know how to make your text look decent, it's even better. But I just use an app and it works pretty easily. But you can do much better stuff. Like, I had one guy that sent me a private message. He wanted like 10 USD per thumbnail, which I thought was alright. But I actually wanted to save the money because he didn't want to send me a bill for it. And I need a bill. Otherwise I have to pay taxes. I can deduct it from my income if he sends me a bill, but he didn't want to. So yeah, it's actually then 50% more expensive. So I didn't really want to do that. But he made really nice thumbnails. And some pretty good ones, really. Like, better than most of the stuff that you get. Like, if you go to Fiverr and you see the people making thumbnails, they always put the nice ones up there and show the nice ones where you think, oh, that's a really great thumbnail maker. And if you check out the stuff that they actually send to their customers, like, mate, I could do that. I could do that with my smartphone app there. That's so stupid. Like, they send really bad thumbnails out. And they take like 15 euros or something for it. I could honestly make a living doing thumbnails. It would just be super boring. Updatable core chest. Yeah, I think it's quite bad, actually. I mean, do you go for the new hero? I mean, if you have an LFA core, you don't really... I'm not sure. For the core shards, I think they could be updated. Because the core shards are very annoying for me. It's like so useless. Every time I get core shards, it's just like pointless for me. How many points are you going for, Salty? I just want the 1,500 points for the Starlight Melody event. Top priority of the age should be lifting the bottom tier of loot. Yeah, you should go out of all the major events with at least one core chest. That's my opinion on it. At least one core chest. And should be no problem to get that. That is like the minimum. The next thing that you're going to notice is once you have your cores, by the way, that you don't get enough Destiny transition materials. I feel like people overlook that a little bit. Because you have so many Destiny transition materials from the monsters actually, that Destiny transition materials feel unlimited to a lot of people. Because they can't use them because of the cores. But once you have like 1 or 2 more cores, you will notice that your Destiny transition materials are far away from being unlimited and actually fairly limited. And then the next thing people are going to ask for are Destiny transition materials. Which I have to say, put them at the same spot. Give them to people. Like put 100k of the orange stuff in there or something. Like let them people get them. That's not that important. And slowly but surely people will climb up then. That's okay. Let them decide between core and Destiny transition materials and it's good. And the other stuff they don't even need right now. So the new materials are really rather uninteresting for them. And then later on they will release something new and then they move this stuff, the lifestyle stuff down, and that's good then. And cores, I think, should be available. Feels far more reasonable to be limited by Destiny materials, which was fairly recent, rather than in core subs. Yep, that's right. Yeah, I think it makes more sense to be limited by Destiny materials than by cores. That is a fair point, yeah. Yeah, I noticed that today I had 30 gems, made my 3rd trance, and I'm at 7 now. What? That's nice, Salty. That's a good amount. 7 is really good. Roy, welcome! We need more DT bosses in campaign. Yeah, it was quite some time ago that we got the last one, right? Yeah, it's quite some time ago. And I'm a defender of frequent releases. Like, you shouldn't put too much time between releases because we have this power gain, you know? And now, with Lifestyle, we actually get a huge power gain. So, more than ever, it would have been very important to release the new boss. Because what happens is, if you put large gaps in releasing content, you have 2 choices. First choice is, you make the content very difficult, so the people that are now strong can't clear it immediately. Which means, the people will feel a huge step in power between the content they last cleared and the next one. So like, the last boss would now feel super easy for you, but the new boss is super, super difficult. And the power increase between those bosses should be fairly consistent, I think. And if that's not the case, like I think it's a bit bad. Or if you have something like void bosses, what you can do is like you have 10 stages. So maybe you make the first stage easy, and then you let it climb in power quite insanely. And that is something DH likes to do. Like the first one isn't too insane, but the next one increases by a big amount of power. And then the next one too, and the one after that too. And suddenly you are like at a power on the last boss that nobody can clear right now. And then whales get to like boss 6 maybe, and free-to-play is like at boss 1. So distance isn't that huge, but the distance in power and the time free-to-play will need to get from boss 1 to boss 6 is insane. One point that people were already talking about with those bosses were unlimited attempts. Because people really seem to not like that you only have 3 attempts a day to fight those bosses. And I think it's kind of fair, given that we also need heroes for other things. At the start, of course, I mean, like, we need a little bit of a limitation for the competition. I think it's alright. It shouldn't be like this super rush where the fastest person to click gets place 1 on the boss. That is like a bit stupid. So I like this 3 bosses a day approach. I like that actually very much. For new bosses. But I think like after a month they could go away with it and just give you unlimited attempts. It's not like you get more loot in any way. So I think that would be okay. Still a bunch of summons to do, I think. Maybe increase tries to 5 per 10 attempts a day. Yeah, I think If you're really like at the max power or like barely able to clear it in like 1% of stages, then you will ask for thousands of attempts, obviously. But yeah, I'm not sure. 10 attempts would probably be enough. I mean, those attempts also take some time. So yeah, I guess that would be good. After a month maybe, so that they increase it then. But probably we're not going to get this. I wonder when they are even going to release the next boss, because we have heard nothing of it. Nobody said anything about it. Nobody announced anything. There was no plan or anything in like the news. And so, yeah, nothing. I thought they would do it in a bit swifter manner, given that they released Void Island 8. I thought maybe then we would get like another boss. Because I'm most excited about those. Like, I'm not excited about Void Islands. I'm not excited about Hollow Campaign or some stupid stuff, or Void Vortex. I'm excited about those bosses, because it is something else every single time. You have to adjust for the boss. You have to see, okay, what's happening here. And I really like that there is a good amount of loot in there as well. So, for free-to-play as well, I think it is rather important. But if the new boss now is like on a power level where you need Destiny rank 6 heroes or something to clear it, then of course it's irrelevant. That's true, you also need to test what artifacts and so on you need to beat the boss, so 3 attempts take ages to do that. Yeah, I mean, like, if you figured it out, then it's alright. Then you put your attempts in and try that. And I mean, if you are at lower power, you're trying to clear the next boss and you're trying to find a strategy for that. And attacking it, and maybe you look for a guide for the boss, which I've made some videos about. I wonder if people watch those. Like, I haven't really checked those out. I don't think they get like insane views. Should probably take a look at that. We don't really have like guide sections or something on it, I just noticed. It's not like when you get to that point, you can go and check out the guide and there will be like a perfect guide or something on this boss. It's a bit weird. It's maybe in Tussibot or something, but I'm not sure. Huh. Curious. Yeah. So we're nearly done with those awakenings, and I think those were even more awakenings than we needed. So we are getting close to the point where we claim our power. Where we claim our power and see how well we can progress. We are going with like the epic artifact chest stuff. I'm not going to go for the new artifact. I don't care for the new artifact, to be honest. I think it might be okay for PvP, like at least having one of those, but I'm not sure it will be the best artifact for Patricia. Not sure about that. But it is an interesting one for sure. Bit of an OP ability on there. I don't think I really have a way to counter, or I don't think I countered it in my build yet. Yeah. Last summon, let's go. I think we got decent summons. We didn't get like the super high roll, but we got pretty decent summons. Pretty alright. I'm going to do the retiring later, by the way. You guys don't have to watch that. So, that being said, no, not campaign. Claim loot. 36 fish. And a single star shard chest. Yeah, that's horrible. Soul Awakening Gala, claim loot. And now, Starlight Melody. That is basically free-to-play loot. No, it's not enough. Look at that, it's 1,385. It's actually not enough. Interesting. We need more. We need more. We need to do... How much is it? It's like 3... And then 45. It's like 12 more 12 more awakenings that we need to do. So let's search for some nice copies. 12 more. We have Lunas. 12 Lunas. Let's do that. I have to drink something, by the way. I'm dying here. It's hot outside. Let's go. Yeah, I know. get some points from campaign loot as well. But we don't have enough to spend it yet. We're doing it at day 1, which is not the way you should do it. You should, at best, we would have waited for Thursday for this event, because it includes campaign loot. But it's not that important. As long as we can progress it with contract story this time, and this term summons, we're fine. Okay, enjoy your workday cooked. Thanks for joining in. I hope we made your break a bit enjoyable. And have a great day, mate. Have a great day. So, I hope we get big power actually from this. I also have some of the basic stat materials, so if we get enough of those fish actually, we can get some huge upgrade on LFA and get probably like another 7-8 million attack, maybe hit 160 mil. Might be possible, we have to see. Would actually be quite nice. And a super good Luna would actually also be quite nice. I actually already have an S tier actually. I bought an S tier, never used it. But I have it, I have it. Maybe one day I will use it. But I take another one. Another one. That would be nice. I really thought that we had more Espens than we needed. I maybe forgot that we didn't. Yeah, we'll see. So yeah. But for now, definitely going to do Idle Heroes. I hope maybe they do a content creator program finally. Maybe they do something like this. Because they have now made this Discord server. They're restructuring stuff a bit. Maybe they do that. But we'll see. Is Luna good in PvP? Some people used her. But I didn't really see her like in the top teams yet. Then again, we are currently at a place where you can get away with a lot of stuff in your team. Where you can basically have 1 or 2 slots for anything weird that you want. I currently have a Geggy in there. Which is weird. It's like very limited use. And there are way better heroes, so you can run quite a lot at the moment. As long as you have some Destiny transition stuff on that hero. And some heroes are of course better than others. Luna is decent. But if you run IHP as main damage dealer, it's also not that useful, because one of the main things is reducing damage reduction and other defenses. And we don't need that because we ignore all defenses already. So in that regard, yeah. Probably not that interesting. Okay, now we should be done. And then we can check out the free-to-play loot. Welcome, Shuzil. Thank you for joining into the stream. Very nice. So, Soul Awakening and Starlight Melodies. We have the 1,500 chest, which means we are at the perfect position. You get all of that. You can get all of that as long as you have the contract story. Because we just basically max this with Awakenings. We have Soul Contract done. Soul Awakening offers is done, of course. I want that stuff. We have a core chest in here, which is pretty cool. We can claim all. We are at 1,698 points. Point details. Yeah, it looks pretty average. The main focus around E+ and D-. Some nice high rolls. We got 3 B-, 3 B tiers and a B+, which is a high roll actually. So pretty nice. Is IHP broken or just really good? Broken is the strongest PvP hero we ever had in the game. Like really, she's insane. She's just insane. Stronger than any other hero in PvP we ever saw, and the only reason she didn't get any hype is because we can't get the core at the release event, so there were no videos on her, which means less hype. What we now have to do is check out Soul Awakening session. We are place 59 in Soul Awakening session. There is already a guy with 20k. There's already 20k. Like some events ended at 20k. Like End was 20k. And those guys, they didn't even give up, like 16k. Look at that. They are even catching up, and we have Licky Mikkel here. I don't know, he's not happy with S. I don't think he's happy with S. Like, I don't think he's going for that. I think he's going for SS, right? At least SS. Yeah, I mean, he's like at SS. Right now, he's at SS pace. So that makes sense. At 59, we would actually get an A- score. We're not going to get an A- score if we're only at 59 right now. So, yeah, this is going to be expensive. Maybe we get like B+ or something. We'll see. What we have to do now is we have to do Moonlight Gift. This means we have to spend and get like 4 packs. To the 20,000 VIP XP. the thing that they offer you for this is either the value package, which sucks. It's horrible, actually. It's just for completing the event with the dice, if you want that. And then they did Flora's Picnic with some Prism Starry, 15 treasure coupons, a few cores, and Contract Starry Reverie boxes. This one isn't bad. Like, actually, that's really not bad, because you get like 1,500 out of those, so it's not bad, and the best you get 7,000. I think they even upped the value on those a little bit, so this is not a bad pack. The thing is, I don't care for any of this. I don't care for this, I don't care for this, I don't care for this, even though it's good value, it's like of no interest to me. So what we are going to do is we are going to go here. There's first of all the monthly pack. I like this one. Just some reroll stuff, some sublimation stuff. We take this one. And then we go Treasure Train. And we buy a few Treasure Train packs. And just for fun, I mean, we can buy one. We can buy one. Let's buy one and see how many Contract Stories we get. Because we now have those Contract Story Reverie boxes, those here, and they can give up to 700 Contract Story. And we have 10 boxes, so the highest we can get is like 7,000. 7,000 would be the highest. I expect we get, how much is that? Around 2k, maybe? 2k? 2.3k. I say 2.3k. 2.3k, guys. Let's see. 7k is the highest. I want you guys to write in chat how much we are going to get. Minimum is 1,500, highest is 7,000. So that gave me a second to take a drink. 2,250. I think that's not a bad guess. 2,500, 4,200, 3.5k. 3.5k would be also already be pretty good, I guess. 4.2k would be insane. 2.6, 3,000, 2.7. Okay. 3.2, 2,150. Yeah, I would say like 2.3 was my guess. Like 2.3 was my guess. If we go over 3,000, I would be surprised. 2.4, 3,450, 3.5k. Okay, let's see. 2,800 and 2,700. Yeah, a lot of people like around the same mark. Some over 3,000. If you go over 3,000, I'll be very surprised. I'll be real with you. Let's go. Oof. 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 Nobody had under 2,000. That's a low roll, right? It's a low roll. Is it? It's a low roll, right? Oof. Not good. Like really not good. I mean, what we also have, we got the proper story. Can exchange. By the way, if you guys were wondering, that's my exchange permit. 14,000. That even went higher. Ouch, yeah. Not good. Where's your streamer luck? Not here. We used those already on the Awakenings, I think. Okay, now we get the loot. Moonlight gift rewards. 10 heroic sum, 30, and we have 20 cores, 500k, 1 million. Fluorescent spores, we get the origin artifact selection chest, the mysterious artifact selection chest with actually the new artifact in there and another 3,300 pink starry. So we take that as well. Nice. Okay, we have that now. How many cores do we have? 90. Okay, we have 90 cores. Let's check out later if we get something. Starlight Melody is now at times 6, and now you can see the full loot basically. 90 chests of those again, which is a ton. 90 is a ton. It's like 10 is already 150k. We have 9 of those, so it's like 1.35 million stellar. It's actually quite insane. And then we have this. So we will claim this first, because this one here requires selection. We are going to go for Origin Artifact Selection Chest all the way. If I get the new artifact later, we are going to get the new artifact later. I don't care. And then we have this 6 times this. And I don't know if it shows all the loot if we click on that. So maybe we go to the back. I want to see, like, we have 3.424, And where's my stellar? 20 mil. 20 mil and 3.424. Let's collect all. We hammer collect all. Claim all. Ton of boxes. A lot of those with stellar, some with just normal boxes, some with the coins. Claim all. And we got 2.475 million stellar from that. We got 825k spiritual essence, which is a lot. We got 2,500 master toolboxes, and we got like 90k basic transcendence copy selection chests. 45k with like mid-tier heroes. This is with TVB even and DGN, very nice. And then 22 that even include Alikita. If you see that the limit is weirdly high for the amount you can get, yeah, I think they planned it differently and then in the middle forgot that this makes no sense, that 8 makes no sense, that 12 makes no sense, that 16 makes no sense. They wanted to have a cap on this, I think, and I think the programmer went in and put like a cap on everything, even though it doesn't make sense. Okay, now for the plan. We need abilities. We need this. We need this. This is the first that we need. Those were the first ones that we needed. Starting off with this one. She gets burning. She gets burning. Nova Holy Flame. Awaken. So we got our second ability here. And we need some heroes in here. I'm going to put this. I'm going to give her a second one. And then we're going to go for T5. The reason I want to unlock all abilities is that as soon as we do that, and as soon as we have that, you can see output speed. We start collecting the material we need for those stats. We start collecting this material now. So eventually, we will have a big advantage by just unlocking the ability. It's not even about the stats. It's not even about which ability of those I use. I mean, we certainly have the active skill now. It's okay. Burning. Not bad at all. But we don't really need it. It's all about just starting to collect resources. Next one we do. We unlock the lifestar on Phantom Defier Elena. Phantom Defier Elena going to get the dodge lifestar, which I think fits perfectly on her. And here we are again going to use one high value hero and a lot of T5s. On an account like mine, where we in general have a ton of heroes, we can do that. We go for our main hero, LFA, where we have a ton of value from high value heroes. And then we have stuff like this. We have secondary heroes that also have a ton of stuff on there. Wait, let us put him there. Okay. What's the basic ability here? Apply Gloomy Stars to the enemy hero with the highest attack. Lasts for 1 round. Gloomy Stars increase the probability of target's active skill and normal attacks being evaded by 40%. Ineffective against boss enemies. Yeah, so it's not really that interesting. Yeah. And now we collect materials. Now we basically have all of these skills unlocked. So what we do now is, I don't care about those 2 skills. I don't. So for now we are going to keep them to the side. And we're going to focus on this. And to progress this skill, and to get more fixed stats, for example. Right now, we require Lifestar level 5. To get that, this is our Lifestar. To level this up, we need 1 body material. Already own that. And now we need to go through level progress. For that, we need the fish. Let's get the fish. We need fish materials. I'm not sure. I don't think we have any news that this will come back. So we don't have any confirmation that this will ever be available again. So this might just never come back. So we will have to be careful, because at this point I'm not sure which material we need. It's likely that we need more fish, but I'm not sure. So for now, we're going to just take a look. We're going to do the upgrades. And we're going to see what happens. And I also want to see the attack. So currently, we're at basically 150.4 million. 150.4 million. Keep that in mind, guys. Let's do the upgrade. Level up once. Nice, success. If that could fail, it would be horrible. Click on the blank space to close, okay. Next one is a lot more expensive. 2, success. We get HP. 3, we can't afford number 4. Interesting. We can't afford number 4. Wait. Oh no. Okay, we can grow this now. Okay. So now we get speed. We go through the next level. We actually upgrade this active skill in the meantime. Bam. Holy Lifestar. Success. 20, we go to 20 speed, we go to 4% attack, we go to HP. We activated a new passive skill after our hero is attacked by active skills or normal attacks. If his health is greater than 50%, his energy will be increased by 5 points. Really weak, 5 points is such a small amount. If his health is less than or equal to 50%, his maximum health will be equal to 4% of his maximum health, so probably will recover some HP. Okay, so now we have that. Basically, this unlocked this first passive skill, which is the level 5. In terms of attack, that is what I expected. Doesn't grant too much, it's like just 700k for 5 levels, basically. In terms of progress, what we need to do right now is we basically need to continue to level this. To do that, we need 2 body materials, so this is like 1 full chest. I feel more comfortable right now to actually go not for the chest, but for the fish, so that we can go from the next big event that we can take a chest and get like 2 of those cats at once. Let's upgrade our attack first though. We are 2.7 million right now, and we can now progress because we can go to level 7, which is 3 million. Let's see. Bam! Success. Looks horrible. But it's upgrade UI. So now we can go to the second life track and continue to upgrade. And okay, we were able to max this, but we didn't have enough, we wouldn't even have enough for the next level. See that? That is actually red now, so that means we don't have enough for the next level. And we also can't make the next level, so it's of no concern to us. The next thing we will need is actually fish material. We are at 162 million attack now. Insane upgrade. We will actually need fish material right now. So fish material is what we are going to buy. We have 1 treasure left, so we buy fish materials. Nice. Now we have some basic stuff. We have different options. We could go for cores. I was thinking we go for this, but cores is not bad. Cores is not bad. Like, I think the selection is really, I don't think we're going to go for that. This is cool though. But we're not going to go for that. We're never going for that. That is stupid. This is resonance. This is like 5 million materials, actually quite insane. We're never going for anything here. We are either going for single core chest or we're going for DT mats. Those are our selections. Either going DT mats or core mats. If we go DT mats, one-time DT mats is really nice actually. How many cores do we have? We have this is 1 core. We have this, which is useless. We have this, which is also useless. We have this, which is useless. We have this, which is useless. So basically we have core of origin, we have 1 full core and like a half one. I want to do this. And then let's get 1 half core. That gives us the second core for, so now we can max it easier next time. So now we have a full core of origin again, which means we have 2 full cores for Alikita. And what else we can do is actually we can do this because this wasn't the case anymore and that annoyed me. No, we can't do it. We're missing 2 materials. Okay, we have to wait. Doesn't matter. Bit annoying because I wanted to do the upgrade actually. But we can do it later. Okay. Yeah, this is LFA. 162 million attack. We are on a flex setup, though. I give you that. We are on a flex setup. We are going attack and we are going flag on that. So this is as much of a flex probably as we can. We can maybe flex a bit more. Let's see if we can flex more. Is this max flex? Yeah, it's really max flex. It is max flex. It is max flex. So yeah, we have max tenants on there. With max soul power. Not on this one though. So we can flex a little bit more even. Ah, pretty big Espen I would say. 3 billion power Espen. That's pretty nice, I guess. The good 3 billion power Espen. And we have the materials here, we have the second one upgraded, and we now have 6.48 million fixed attack. No, wait. Is this separate? Look, that is separate, it seems. No, it doesn't make sense that it's separate, right? It would be way too much. That's weird. Okay. That is weird. In terms of passive skills, we have to progress here. Oh, wait, we are not done progressing. We can level up here. I forgot that we can level up here. We can still get more. But not much. Because that is really expensive. Look how expensive that is. We have 39,702 and this takes 24k. Active skill is upgraded and the next one we can't even afford. Look at that. We're like 11k short. And that takes forever. Nicolas, exactly. We have to do it. I've been testing the new trans on my droid account at a minus polystar level of Destiny. Seems fun so far, nothing amazing though. I think in the right situation will be very amazing. But we'll have to see where this situation is. Okay, so we have a bit more power now actually. And yeah, 163 million, nearly 18 billion HP, but we still are not done yet. We can get more power. We can get more power, guys. There's one way we can get more power, and I will show you guys this way right now. This is Treasure Train. And what we can do is we can get 3 of this beer party ice cream thingy. And this is actually more power because we got those chests right here. So beer party ice cream times 3, bam, we go in. And this means we get this one to 5-star. Get some materials there. And this means we maxed Alien Dessert now. Which means my treasure train is insane. So we have this maxed. This maxed. This maxed. This is arcane jewelry, so we'll take some time. This is not maxed, but we have it at over 10k. This is maxed. This is guild treasures, will still take some time. This is maxed. This is maxed. This is over 12.5k at least. This is maxed, and that's it. So basically we are on max treasure train right now. No matter which ticket I throw in here, it wouldn't change anything. No matter which ticket I use, it would result in me getting this treasure as a retiring thing. We would not be able to get anything from regular ticket pools right now. We have 9 tickets, we can't use the last one. It's actually impossible. But I will do this. Just because it's bigger flex. I think this is bigger flex. Because festival treasures, everybody has that. The other ones, not so much. We are place 14, which shows you like the difference. Like, it's not that big. That's the difference only in terms of treasures from festival series. He has 9 series completed and I have 9 series completed, so it's the same on this one. The only difference is in this factor, the 5-star treasures owned. And there he has way more than I have. But this is now a 9 emblem account, which is pretty insane. Also, this treasure, did it give HP? It gives us attack, so it was a bit of attack that we got right there. And I think this is all we can do right now to gain power on this character. We could boost the HP if we had an HP stone, which we don't. But yeah. Most powerful. Is that insane? Foolish check? Okay, you want a foolish check? I mean, like, that doesn't change too much because our treasure train didn't increase too much right now. 24.9 million and 2.4 billion HP. 432 million power. Not bad at all. My Ithaka is at 46 million attack. And if we check my other support heroes, we can check my DGN, for example. Non-homeowner DGN. Has no home. Is tenant. 60 million attack. 6 billion HP. We have 101 million attack. That's 101 million attack non-homeowner. This is tenant Phantom Defier, Lena. Look at that. That's no home. No home over 100 million attack. I have to flex that somewhere in the Utopian chat. That is insane. That is insane. Over 100 million attack on non-homeowner. Your Foolish is about as strong as my full team as a free-to-play. Yeah, it's the insane part is really... People talk about like distance to Wales in AFK Journey. Distance to Wales in Idle Heroes is a whole different story. Like, you're basically... That is basically being a pebble on a planet and fighting like a volcano. It's like, it's absolute madness in terms of stats. Like, 101 million attack non-homeowner. It says everything, basically. That's our LFA. That's my IHP, actually. Very nice. 87 mil. Is a homeowner, but actually no soul power on here right now. So, yeah, pretty good one. 60 mil on Hyperspace Hunter Idamark. 89 mil on Scarlet Queen Alora. She's maxed. Her soul power is also not maxed. Why is her soul power not maxed? Oh, I think for speed reasons. Yeah, let's disregard that. Wait, how much attack do I have on my... Oh, I have to reduce that always. I have to put suboptimal tenants in here because her attack gets too high. Let's max that, because that wasn't maxed. So now, updated attack, still 101 million, nearly 102. And on her, we are at 91. It's pretty decent. It's not overly insane, but 91 is pretty good. And she was always a problem in terms of attack because she has such good tenants. And if I put the right tenants in here, it's always a problem because it's too much attack. Because she ends up with like 92 mil. It's like a demon bell. That's not cool. Is even Aspen maxed? Aspen is now maxed. Like, I can't put more on him. We cracked the 18 billion HP though now. So that's pretty cool. A little bit of extra there. I can't do more than that right now. Who is the strongest Aspen in the game? Toad, probably. Immortal Toad. Yeah, I reckon. Probably him. Jesus is pretty good. His copy is, I think, worse than mine. That's the home of the LFA. It's not perfect at the moment, actually, because we could go for higher divine power on her. But we have 43 million attack buff. We have 5 billion HP. We have some stuff going on here. We have decent tenants. Those are pretty decent tenants. Like, whenever you guys think about going A-tier tenants, think about that I have this Aspen and don't do that, because it's not worth it. I thought about it a lot. But like, something like this is reasonably cheap. B tier with like 5.6k attack. And you can get that easily. Same for this. 6k attack. It's not too difficult. And if it's too expensive in the market, you just build it yourself. You just go in here, you go like, let's say we go LFA, we go Awakened tier, B-, B, B+, confirm, and by attack descending. And let's see how much a decent tenant costs. So we have like the upper tier, which is like nearly 7k attack. That's pretty insane, 3.8k. Oftentimes, if you include B+, it gets a little bit expensive. You can get like 1.3k for 6.3k attack if you go for that. What I prefer to do is actually exclude B+. Because then you can get something like this, which is pretty cool. Like B tier with 5.786. That is pretty nice actually. Or you can go for like Soul Perfection. Look at that. If you just buy that, it's 525 buyout. It's not too insane. It's a B tier. Under retiring value. Even still. You can also get something like this. And with this you go for Soul Perfection. So you upgrade that. You spend like 3k starry gems on that in total. And then you have like a tenant with over 6k attack. So basically what you do is you basically make over 6k attack tenant with that. And that is pretty easy to do. So yeah, not even T5 tenants. No, not even T5 tenants. It would give me more attack, yes. But I didn't think it was really worth it. The thing that I was most afraid of was to have to take this off again. Because it costs soul symbols. If I need the materials from this hero, I need soul symbols to retrieve them. And that is pretty expensive. So I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to spend the soul symbols. We have some soul symbols now, of course. But I don't want to waste them. We have only 130k. 130 of them. So we are limited in that regard. Let's do 10 bomb. Yeah, it gives like 1 or 2 mil. It doesn't change much for me. It's like probably would be 1 or 2% attack increase. Ooh, big one. That's nice. But if I ever need that back, I need soul symbols, and soul symbols are expensive. So I rather have a bit less attack. Nice upgrade. We take it, and that goes to the scrap. Full treasure train bonus before anybody asks. Pretty nice. Yeah, that's true, Nicolas. But again, if I want to have that back, that's a problem. I also had that on a hero before. I had another hero upgraded. You can see that I have some sublimation materials here as well. It's like 400k of every sublimation material in here. So I had another hero upgraded actually. And then I switched stuff around and noticed I don't really need the hero right now. So I thought I'd just keep the materials in the back and use them on a hero whenever I feel like I need another hero. I need a specific hero. Or for example, right now, the big advantage is I could just go ahead and I could say, okay, now I acquired 2 more cores and I just upgrade Alikita. I just take her and I upgrade her. And I can upgrade her to like level 120 with full sublimations and everything without spending a single soul symbol. I'm not requiring the power right now of another hero. It doesn't help much on my account. If I have another tier 5 or not is irrelevant. Are you ever going to use Pet in PvP? Miss some good PvP content. I did a lot of stuff with Pet in PvP. We can watch some fights. I did Void Horde. But I didn't do Void Horde for quite some time. I'm still on excavation side level 9 though. So I did reasonably well. We can watch some stuff. Let's watch a fight. My PvP team. Yeah, you can see I have like Geggy in here. I have Ilamak, I have IHP, we have DGN, we have SQH. My disadvantage is I am not like on... you can see how much this TBB already hits me. This is because only my Ilamak, my IHP and my Geggy are Twine immune. The rest are Fear or Silence immune. So we are losing heroes a little bit. But you can see the counterattacks of IHP once she chases. Quite insane. And Geggy mostly used to get rid of unbending will layers. So that can also be insane. But the disadvantage is we don't really have big damage from Geggy. All the damage is from Alikita. Underworld Saint, welcome to the stream. Stuck at work so you don't get to watch live, that's sad. And yeah, you see those bombs from Geggy? Those things? They don't really work well. They are quite weak, at least in PvP later on. But you can see how every single hit that IHP does activates Unbending Will. It's madness. Bam, life gone. Didn't even attack yet. Now she does an active skill. Kill 2 heroes, reduce the other ones to 0 life. We are going to go for higher speed now. We're going to watch 2 more fights or something. Just going for higher speed. You can see that, yeah. That's the difference. And we're not on an optimal PvP team. Not at all. You can see this fight. This is against Andridian. Usually I don't attack guild members, but he attacked me, so I thought it's fair play. First active skill by IHP, just activating the chases. Nearly killed his IHP, or I killed his IHP really, just with the chase. And as soon as we get a few chases going, we get a few counterattacks, we really reduce his unbanning will layers, and then he has a really big problem. Star Alchemist Tom Xiang doesn't really do much unless you outspeed the enemy and get it stuck with like an active skill. But stuff like the DT from IHP are not blocked by perceptual disorder, so you can still do that. Doesn't really help. And then you get into a situation where you have something like this, where we already killed Dawn of Heroes, and now it's just a question of getting rid of the last remaining 2. And actually, our IHP does a great job at that, because we can outspeed, because we have a great copy, SS tier, quite insane. And we have no problem easily clearing the enemies. So that's the thing. I haven't really set up my PvP team ever since I did like Void campaign. And afterwards I did the temple upgrade. So my IHP right now is not Destiny rank 6, she's Destiny rank 5. And she needs to be Destiny rank 6. But you guys wanted to see this, so I thought I'd show you. I absolutely get destroyed by some PvP enemies though. Can we show something? Here I attacked, I forgot the guy's name, top player. And you can see how much he destroys me. Look at that. TBB. TBB with the new deific version of the harp. And such burst teams work insanely well now. Because as soon as the DTV is going to hit us, there's not going to be much left. We would be in a better position if we had more Twine immunity, which we don't have. So, right now, a bit bad actually. Against something like this, we're not well equipped. And it's also the reason why Utopia loses an ace. Because you have players like Kelsloth, who have super equipped teams for PvP, who are super oriented towards PvP. And if you're not that, and if you're more looking at like Star Expedition or something like this, you're not in the same league. You are way weaker. TBB Deific Ruin, yeah, it's insane. For my Deific artifacts, I usually went for Snowheart. Snowheart, I got 2 or 3 Snowhearts right now, I think. That's, oh wait, that's not Celestial Island, where is it there? Which one is that? That is the right one. And yeah, we got 1 of those Lingering Melody of Universe, Deific Harp, and we got 3 Snowhearts. And I might go for 4th Snowheart, I'm not quite too sure. I like this thing, this is quite fancy. What I also like and think is quite cool, is first of all this thing, because of the control removed, it's quite fancy. I kind of like Torch, but I won't go for Torch. I don't like this thing. I like this. Divine Retribution. It's quite fancy. God Eater. But I don't think it's enough damage. So yeah. Upgraded Crown I think is not worth it. The Fork is not worth it. The Shield is not worth it. Devil's Power is not worth it. So really it's Rui is interesting if you have it. Mirror is okay-ish. But new artifact is something that makes me kind of curious. We don't have a full one I think though. By the way, there is nothing in those chests I can use. I have all of those pink ones here at max. Same for all of those orange ones. I have every single one of them at max. So I can't use those chests to anything else but to destroy them, basically. Do we have any DT mats from Voidhorde? Yeah, I have all of them nearly. So as soon as we max Voidhorde 8, I will not have Voidhorde anymore. Because there is no Voidhorde 9 and there is nothing after Voidhorde 8. So as soon as I have excavated Voidhorde 8, it's done. My new game mode, the Eternal Realm, I can show you that in a second. I just want to check out, where are my bloody artifact chests? We have artifact chests somewhere. So many chests in here. We can get 3 rockets. How many rockets do we have? We have 3 rockets. 3 rockets is not bad. I mean, we would need 4th rocket to make Splendid Rocket. Is there a difference between Splendid Rocket and not Splendid Rocket? If we can get 3 rocket and 3 rocket is good, we would do 3. Or if we can do glittery, I mean. I do glittery if we can. I think I do glittery. Is glittery fancy? Where's the difference? That was the same, I remember that. We have frenzy propelling. We have 2 layers gunpowder. We have anti-missile armor. I think it's lagging dynamite armor, right? It's like a big thing. I think it's just not in there, right? Was that the difference? No? 2, 4, 6. Such a long text. Who thinks of that stuff? Oh, we have the 6-layer thing isn't there. The 6-layer thing isn't there. Gunpowder armor and missile armor. Yeah, 6-layer thing isn't there. Yeah, we need 6. So like we wait, so we don't do that. We have 5 chests though, so we can get an artifact. It's a question if I can just go for another one of those. And then I can wait for the next event, and then I can maybe do rocket. Oh wait, I don't really have any idea. Because right now I'm running some defensive artifacts on my team and don't really intend to change like HHA to something less defensive. So it's a bit of a problem there. Yeah, we'll see, I don't know. By the way, thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. We are now at 1,006 subscribers actually. So that's quite insane. Channel has been live for, don't let me lie, 2 weeks, 16 days actually right now. 16 days, maybe we can do some statistics. Let me do some statistics. In 16 days, we have managed to get 27,630 subscribers, 27,630 views, a view time of 3,300 hours, and 1,006 subscribers actually in all of that time. The highest amount of views a video has gotten in that time was actually the video about my account. That video is at 8,252 views, 51 views, and is still growing. It still gets around 500 views a day. In the last 2 days, it has received 1,260 views, so it's still growing fairly well. And this channel is not yet monetized. It is also won't be monetized today. 1,000 subscribers is one of the requirements for it, but it's also 4,000 hours of view time. And as I just said, we are barely over half, so we'll still take a little bit. But still, 1,000 subscribers actually within 2 weeks. So pretty insane. Pretty insane, can't complain. Yeah, so Rocket only on Splendid. Before that, we are not going to do that. We are lacking an artifact chest for that we are probably not going to get from this event, I reckon. Don't we? Don't we? We don't get an artifact chest from this event. Rocket is not in this one, so we can't get Rocket from this. Even though Rocket should be in this one. Like, this is bloody expensive. Shelter, no. Because you're the best, thank you, Nicolas. Federico, thank you, mate. That's nice. Event preview for next week is nothing new. Okay. Yeah. So I think is that about it? Do we have like Guild Altar? We can hit Guild Altar boss a little bit. Let's check out the team. We can hit Guild Altar boss a little bit. Flame Shrine team? Looks alright, unless this guy has CC, that is pretty decent. Should be decent. Those are fast. Is she fast enough? 2,963. And he is 2,940. That's too fast. No, it's slower. Okay. Our damage is horrible against those bosses at the moment. But we can still hit it, so no matter what. We are going to do an attack on Broken Spaces. Broken Spaces video, I think, would be pretty cool. So we are going to do that. That's pretty low damage. So I reckon this boss is going to be mean. Let's see a Flame Shrine attack. What are your plans for the future of the account? For my Idleros account? I want an Alikita S tier or higher. That's about it. We can check main PvP power later, though that is not representative. If I go PvP, I don't use PDE as a tenant for LFA, because LFA is not in my team. So if LFA is not in my team, doesn't make sense for me to have PDE as his tenant. So PDE and SQH actually go into a separate house. This is the boss with like the armor shields and the... Oh yeah, that's wonderful. He has armor shields and he reduces energy. It's a very nice boss. So, quite horrible. And in that team, if I have like PDE and SQH as homeowner, my power's higher. That is quite bad. What's up, Leo? Welcome. By the way, I made an AFK journey video before we started the stream because I wanted to be done with it before. Talked a bit about anime. I watched anime a lot recently. It's a bit weird, but it's not weird. Actually, quite normal. Got a Crunchyroll subscription for that. I have to say, it's quite good. Like Crunchyroll in general had me quite surprised by the quality of the streaming channel. Like the amount of stuff you can get on Crunchyroll in terms of movies and series and stuff, and it's pretty good quality for very little money actually. Was quite nice. And I made the video about AFK Journey because what they do is they do collaborations with like certain anime games and stuff. And recently they made one with The Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime, and they brought Rimuru as a character, actually, which I thought was pretty nice. So we basically did all our damage with one single active skill. I didn't watch Berserk, no. I watched a lot of stuff. I watched... what I like the most right now is probably either Solo Leveling or Kaiju number 8. Kaiju number 8 last episode was insane. Yeah, E plus 16 you can see when you don't get a big hit. Nice. Those two are really nice. Those are really cool actually. Kaiju number 8 is like the last episode. Damn, really insane. Is really insane. Then what I watched Sword Art Online. That gets a bit long in the middle, and it's also every single season is basically the same. Then I watched Black Clover. Black Clover is really fun, I have to say. Wait, what else did I watch? I'm actually checking it out right now. Oh, they show the single episodes. Oh my god, okay, wait, that has no future. Single episodes has no future. I watched a lot of episodes. Yeah, Reincarnated as a Slime, that one. Then this Reincarnated Aristocrat thing was okay. Jujutsu Kaisen, that was great actually. Jujutsu Kaisen was quite great. I like that one. Tsukimichi Wounded Fantasy was also quite fine. Still going on, like it's one episode a week, so yeah, I'm not done with that one yet. Remonster, pretty cool. Rather standard, but like pretty cool. Oh, that one I liked. Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man was pretty cool. Chainsaw Man was pretty cool. Yeah, and Frieren I also watched. Frieren. But that one is confusing. Because the thing is, and that is sometimes actually in a lot of animes, there are a lot of German words in anime. Like in the native Japanese version. In Frieren, all of the names are German. Frieren means freezing or shivering in German. The warrior they have with them is called stark, which just means strong. So that is the part of Frieren that is a bit confusing. Like they have all of those German words in there. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's a bit annoying. Sword Art Online is completely fine. Like honestly. You just watch it to the end, and it's a perfectly fine anime. It's just not like it has huge changes within the story of the seasons. Like there's this one season where they go for like this shooting game. I think this one was rather different. The other one pretty much feels the same. Dark Matter on Apple TV. I don't have Apple TV. Chainsaw Man is fun. Honestly, Chainsaw Man was quite fun. That was Horrible Damage. Chainsaw Man was pretty cool. I really like to watch that one. That was very, very nice. That. And there I watch Sword Art Online. Solo Leveling, I really want the second season. I should rush that. I want that. I watched One Punch Man again. That's way too short. One Punch Man is way too short. Should be longer. Honestly, needs more episodes. Then I watched Decide. Didn't like that one. I don't know. Didn't like that. I don't even remember watching this one. Huh. Okay. Real Monster, yes. Watched that one. That one was stupid. Oh, Mushoku Tensei I watched. But that was... Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. It was okay, I say. Wasn't too bad. What was this one? Berserk of Gluttony. I don't even remember that one. Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah, I do remember that one. That one was good, I think. Oh, yeah, that one was good. That one was actually cool. I think Berserk of Gluttony was actually cool. Yeah, I like that one. That one was lame. And then we had... I got the cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world too. Make longer names. Make longer names. A Rising of the Shield Hero I also watched. I did watch the mess. Oh yeah, Metal Might and Muscle. I also watched that one. Yeah, I also watched that one. Vinland Saga. Okay, I watched that. I will watch that. But I have to watch Black Clover first. I have to finish that. Yeah, One Punch Man could have 1,000 episodes. One Punch Man is really great. But honestly, One Punch Man first season is absolutely insane. One Punch Man second season is good. But if you watch One Punch Man second season to the end, you don't feel like you watched the season. You feel like you watched half a season. It's really stupid. Olivia is better than PDE. Attack on Titan. Did not get to watch Attack on Titan yet. I want to watch it though. Still going on Mushoku Sensei, Slime for Slime, Rimuru. Rimuru is cool. But Rimuru, I watched the recent episodes. And they were just talking. And I think like it was like the point to get to that thing. And where they talk, and I mean like he's kind of a king. And he's talking about like how should he design his country and how does he want to do that, and maybe you want to build like a Colosseum or something like that. And it makes sense that he is at that point. It also makes for a very boring series. So the series has very boring parts in that sense, but it's still good. I like it. Did you watch the League of Legends anime arcade? Yeah, I did. It was pretty cool. The end was nice with the rocket. Pretty nice. Need to watch Mob Psycho 100. I saw that one. I wanted to watch that one. Didn't get to that yet. GOG? That was Berserk of Gluttony, yeah. I think it's the right one that I remember. That's the one where he starts, where the guy like dies, and then he comes back as a skeleton and can basically do nothing, but if he defeats enough enemies, he gets like to be strong again, right? I think that was this one, right? I think so. Shield Hero was pretty cool. I liked Shield Hero. Because it has just like, this guy has a shield and everybody hates him. Which I think is pretty interesting. That he just got tricked. Like the first episodes of Rising of the Shield Hero are really good. Remonster is mostly nice because it has like this very constant degree of progression. Like every single episode he gets stronger in some way. What the hell? I watched the daily life of the oh wait, is it that one? Oh, the daily life of the Immortal King. Oh yeah, that was pretty good. I have watched so much stuff though, that I kind of forget what I've watched and what I didn't watch. So sometimes I look at an anime name and I think like, oh no, it was the unwanted. No, I changed those. Wait, no. BOG is... No, BOG is another thing, right? I was talking about the Unwanted Dead Adventurer. The Unwanted Dead Adventurer is the thing with the skeleton. Yeah, I think it was the Unwanted Dead Adventurer and I confused those. Yeah. What was Berserk of Gluttony? I don't want to watch it again. I want to know what it is. Oh, the guy that always has to eat. Oh yeah, I know that one. Yeah, the guy that always has to eat. He's always hungry. And then it turns out that's like a skill, so he gets this weapon and... Oh yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I like that one. That one is good. Did you watch Overlord? Yes, but I still have to watch some stuff. I didn't do that. I think I watched like the first and the second season. Is there the third and the fourth? I saw some stuff that there are new episodes, but didn't get into it yet. It's really awesome. Death Note. Yeah, Death Note I still have to watch. There's so much stuff to watch. Spike's Family, ReZero, and Kaguya-sama are also great. Okay. ReZero is the one that I meant, probably, right? With Remonster, isn't that like... Is that the same or is this another one? Unwanted Undead Adventure was also fun. Yeah. I watched Tower of God. Was alright. Didn't like it too much. Fearon was good. The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic. I watched that too. It was also quite fun. The reason, by the way, I can watch hours and hours and hours of anime is that during my main work, I can watch anime. It's no problem. Like, I just have to do stuff on a PC, but I can watch anime at the same time. So I can watch like 8 hours of anime in a day. No problem. Maybe you have to take a phone call in between, but I can watch 8 hours of anime. No problem in a day. So yeah. 7 Deadly Sins I watched. That one gets horrible at the end. Like, quality-wise. Far Away, actually, Lawson. Not good. Not good at all. I did my stuff, but like... Wait. This way. Tower of God is... Like, I don't like the way it is drawn. I like the story. I like the story, though. Yeah, I actually cancelled my Netflix subscription. They wanted more money. Greedy. Really greedy. They have a lot of shitty series and shitty movies, and then they wanted more money, so I cancelled it. And now I only have Crunchyroll. It cost me like $6 or something a month. And there are like 1,000 series that I want to watch. And most of them are really great. So, pretty good. Monster from 2004. Let me check. Because I have a lot of stuff that I watched. Monster. No, didn't watch that one yet. Yeah, but I've cancelled my Netflix subscription. If it's on Netflix, I have no chance to watch it right now. Maybe another day. You're 1K away? Yeah, like I collected some stuff, but still like on some of those things I'm still... Look. Oh, boss invaded. Why did the boss now invade? We can do a boss kill. Where is my... Wait, that was control and then... I learned. This, by the way, you guys should do. If you haven't done that on Ethereal Realm, use your bloody towers. You have those lighting towers. You can set those. Lighthouse. And then your map looks like this. Doesn't look like crappy, so you can find all of your stuff without any problems. Doesn't cost a whole lot. We take this. And we go there. Yeah. And I don't think we have a PvE team here. Oh wait, we have a PvE team. We have my LFA. Yeah, okay. No! We don't have challenge tokens! Oh no! We can't defeat the boss. We have to do it tomorrow. I don't have challenge tokens. That's so stupid. Okay, I can't do it. Oh, that sucks. The style is different because it's based on manhwa, Korean, and not manga, Japanese. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. The looks were like... I like other stuff more. I think in terms of just general looks, I think solo leveling looks quite great. It's very modern though. But it looks great. So, but I can appreciate other art styles of course as well. It's just that I was really surprised by how good the value is Crunchyroll really offers for your money. Whereas Netflix was really at that point, and now I feel like it doesn't really offer much for your money at all anymore. So that's the difference really. Yeah. So I think we are done on this one. Can't really do a whole lot. They brought Starland back, I just noticed. Starland in 53 hours already. Okay. Interesting. It was delayed a little bit. Should have been back already. I wonder if there are changes to it. We'll see. Okay. Solo leveling is based on a... Yeah, but... But then, I don't know. Like, solo leveling looks great. Solo leveling, I think, looks great. So, it's might not be the reason. We don't know. Yeah. If there's anything left that you guys want me to talk about, we can do that right now. Other than that, personally, I would be finished for today. I've streamed like nearly 3 hours. Pretty long for our usual stream time. I have a nice channel. We have over 1,000 subscribers now, which is great. Pretty successful, I would say. Later on, I'm going to post an AFK Journey video about collab characters. And by the way, because you guys are like Alios bros, I can spoil it. I want to suggest that they do a collab with Kaiju number 8. And they, I want them to bring Kaiju number 8 as playable character to AFK Journey. And I will harass the community manager with it. So that they actually do that and bring Kaiju number 8 as playable character. Because I think that would be really cool. I think that would be really cool. Did I miss anything? I'll do the course later. Yeah. Sealand, I can show that. Before we end the stream. Didn't do much. I did 1 to 40 and the rest I don't really care about. I didn't really care about. But I don't know. Why is that 34 by the way? Isn't that like trivial now? Oh, because I wanted to clear it without Transcendence Heroes. Oh, that's fancy. Interesting. Interesting how much damage they do. We're probably not going to have enough damage, right? And we are going to die. Okay. Okay. That wasn't even close. Have a good weekend, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you had a great time. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Check out the main video later on the main channel. And with that, wish you a great weekend. See us in the next one.